Hi. I'll be starting shortly. Nobody's here yet, but I'll be starting shortly. I'm going to go and invite you all to join me. All right. There's one person watching me, and that's me. Copy the link to my note. Then open it up over here. Get out of there. So when you are looking at this on your YouTube app, of course there is a delay, so we'll have to deal with that. It's about a 20 to 30 second delay. When you're watching this on an app, you'll see it like this, and then like this, and then right here there's a little thing that says live chat. You just click on that, and then you'll be able to see the chat and participate in the chat. And I just keep my iPad up here while we're going so that I can see what you guys are talking about. And it takes me a while to be able to multitask to this extent, so by the time you guys join me, I hopefully will be all set up and ready to go. So only those of you who are going back and watching the recording will even see this part. Okay, so now I have to go back to this and back to this. Very good. Okay. Good. And now I have to post it for you guys. It is 6:54. I'm getting better at being on time and doing this properly. All right. Last time I posted it to the public, and then I kind of freaked out and had to figure out how to change that. So I'm going to try to remember to post it to Patreons only. So there's my video. Hang on. There you go. And now I need a title. Live stream is live. Patrons only. And now what do I want to say about this? It's probably best to watch this in YouTube. Click on the little YouTube logo at the bottom of the player to go to YouTube. And you can see the comments and participate in chat. And we're going to publish now to patrons only. And wait for you guys to join me. Yay! I'm ahead! That never happens. There's two watching now. One is me and the other is also me. So my two biggest fans. All right. I'm going to when you get here, just say hello so I know that you're here. I will be able to see how many people are here because it says 2 watching now. So that means it's just me and myself and I. And I will change my ATG while I wait for you guys to show up. Look Look at me. All organized and ahead of time. I hope that the audio is working. I'm all proud of myself, and I haven't even really I don't even know if it's working right. Let me just turn on the volume just to see. Ah, it is working. Seems to be working. So, yay, somebody's here. Hello, welcome. Identify yourself. Say hello. You missed me. I was just congratulating myself for being all organized and on time and even early. Imagine that. So I hope it's all working all right. So I'm just going to change my ATG tape while I wait for people to join me. Like, what? I thought I knew how to do this, and it seems that I don't. Oh, look at this. I have one of those ones that's... Okay, I can deal with that if I have to. So, whoever's here, welcome. I'm just going to rethread my ATG. It is not threading properly, but that's okay. I can fix it. And I'll show you guys how I fix it. I haven't had to fix it for a while, so let's see if I remember. Okay, so that looks just about right. Now, I think that what you have to do is just, like, keep it going, and it will eventually start to roll the proper way. Here, oops, nope, not there. Here it comes. Oops, and it's gone again. Oh, no, it's good. Okay, we're good. So all that you have to do if you ever do get your ATG threaded, like if you get a refill, usually it happens with the no-name refills. If it seems like it's like the sticky part is on the wrong part, you just keep on winding it, and eventually it'll come back around this side and start being like the way that you want it to be. I know I didn't explain that right. I'm going to do an official video where I actually think about how I want to say it and explain it properly, but that's how you do it. So adhesive is all refilled, and coffee. I have a photo I'm going to be scrapbooking today. I hope you guys scrapbook too. If you're scrapbooking, it's Carina. I didn't even look at the chat. Hello. So this is the photo that I'm going to be scrapbooking today. Of course, I can't see that. Hang on. There we go. So this is the, just have to remember that I'm showing it to this camera, not that camera. There we go. So this is the photo that I'm going to be scrapbooking today. It is a picture of my daughters and I on this. My daughters are actually sitting on the sign at St. Mary's University, which is the university that I went to for my first degree, for my bachelor. And we went there to see the eclipse. And Scott had the idea that he wanted to take the photo of us at the university before we left. So it turned out really cute. I did put a Corendon filter on it in Instagram, and so it's pretty high contrast, but I like it like that. It looks kind of cool. Sorry that it's all blurry. I don't know how to make that camera do what I want it to do. Sometimes it focuses and sometimes it doesn't. Hi to Harmony. Harmony, just trust me. She says, it started 9 minutes ago. What? Sadness? Trust me, you didn't miss anything. It was me bumbling around saying, oh, how am I going to share this? And all that sort of thing. You were on the wrong tab. No, I started a few minutes before 7. I started streaming and then I shared it at about 5 to 7, and then here we are at 7 and everybody's joining us. So hello, Mo is in the house. Hey Mo. Hi, hi, hi. And Carina and Harmony. We're all here together. There's 5 of us all together now. 2 of those are me. So so there's three of you guys. I have my coffee because it's been a long, long day for me. I spent some time on the soccer field. I'm just going to record this, I think. Yeah, I'm going to record this. Just in case I want to do a process video, I'm just going to record it. I enjoy bumbling. Well, it's all on there, so if you want to watch those first 8 minutes of me bumbling around getting everything sorted out, you can do so. It'll be on the replay. So, I am so happy that this day has finally come. I've been looking forward to this ever since our last live stream. The last live stream I really thoroughly enjoyed. I did enjoy the other one before that. There might have been 1 or 2 before that, and I enjoyed those too, but the last one in particular was really enjoyable for me because I felt like I had it under control technically, like I knew what I was doing. I think the one before that I was really kind of half distracted by the fact that the mic wasn't working properly, and it was in the back of my head. It was just kind of like nagging away at me, like I just wanted the mic to work properly. It's working properly today, right? That's this mic right here. I hope it is. I think it is. It was when I tested. Mo, we did see you waving. All right. So, who's scrapbooking tonight? Is anybody going to join me and scrapbook something? I hope so. And if you do, Carina waved at the screen too. Hello, Carina. I hope you guys scrapbook along with me. If you can't or don't want to, that's fine. No pressure or anything. But I love to see what you guys are making. I have the Patreon website up on my computer here. And so what we can do is, let me just see what I can do here. I have to go to the main site and then the community, right? So I will pull up the community. Yay! Harmony is here. So I pulled up the community tab on my computer. So if you guys want to post your work on the community tab, I just have to kind of like toggle back and forth because I need to be able to see myself as well, because this computer here shows me live, and so if I need immediate feedback about whether my camera angles are proper and all that sort of thing, this is what I need to refer to. So I need to have that up, but I'll also I'm going to arrange my windows here so that I can also see the community tab. Oh, I just lost everything. So that I can see the community tab as well. So if you guys want to take some pictures like some progress pictures or some completion pictures, I'd love to see your work. If you're just coming along and just watching, maybe doing something else at the same time around the house or whatever, that's fine too. Looking forward to chatting with you guys. Yes, Mo has a photo picked, and so that's a good start. And Harmony is scrapbooking. She's on a rampage this month. And let's see. Okay, so Harmony's talking about Fizz. Is Fizz your little kitty? I have been off of social media for most of August. I've been super, super busy, really busy. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit about what I've been busy with. So what I'm pulling out here is the hip kit from July, using some, this is not really older, but like last month's supplies. I have my hip kit from August right here, and I'm so excited. I took a little peek into it, but I haven't done an unboxing video yet, and so I can't use it yet because I have to unbox it first. So I am using the, and of course I can't use the June hip kit because I'm giving it away, and so the winner wouldn't like it very much if I made some more layouts with it before they got it. Make sure you guys enter that giveaway. It's over on YouTube on my, I think it's the last video that's posted right now on my channel. So I'm just going to refamiliarize myself with what comes in this kit as usual. I always have to start with that because I get really mixed up about what's in each kit, and I thought that this was the case. So this photo has this red car in it and lots of green, and that's why I thought that this July kit would be good, because it's got some reds. It does have pinks, but oh, and then I've got this. Remember this? I packed that away. That was my too small panoramic photo. Yeah, so, and it's summery, and it has these cute frames and stuff too. So, yes, Fizz. Oh, right. I saw that you know what? I haven't been on social media, but I did see that you found a kitty behind a Coke machine. What a great name for him, Fizz. Aw. It's very creative. I would have called him Coke or something very uncreative. And Carmen's here, working on Stampin' Up! Cards. And Carmen says, don't bother with the giveaway because it's hers. Oh, a big Maine Coon. Wow. Carina, Maine Coon cats are one of my favorite breeds of cats. I love them. They're so gorgeous. And he's snuggled up on your lap. That is very nice. Oh, I love these letters. Aren't these letters awesome? Love them. So, can you guys see everything okay? Can you hear everything okay? I made the screen a little bit different this time. I kind of like, there was the what am I trying to say? The little thing that has my head in it was too much of a rectangle, so I just kind of bumped it so that it's kind of extending off of the frame, actually, so that it's smaller. It's not so wide, because I couldn't figure out how to crop it. I had some trouble with that. And then I oriented my main camera, so like this overhead camera right here, so that it was such that you could see my whole work mat and not have my face up there covering up the work mat. So I hope that that works okay for you guys. I'm kind of tweaking it. You can see and hear okay. Everybody seems to be able to hear okay. That's good. Okay, good, good, good. So we can see, we can hear, yay! Excellent. Excellent. What I would really love to be able to do is see that space right under me right now. Right, you can see it. It's right here. It has my little, these things. I would love to be able to have the chat come up there. And I've been playing around with that because that's what Inky Quill does. Inky Quill is the only person I've ever seen live stream for scrapbooking, because I don't get a chance to watch much, because in order to make the amount of videos I make, I really don't get very much time left at all to watch videos. But I have watched hers, and I like that she does that. So I figured out how to do it, and I'm just going to turn my watch so that it doesn't make noise. That was Evie saying hello, actually. Yeah, so I'd like to be able to put the chat right there so that you can see it. That would also give you maybe a better sense of the delay as well, so that you know what I know. But anyhow, I figured out how to do it today. I gave myself a good hour leeway time to prepare, and I had some extra time, so I fiddled around with it. But the problem is that I know how to do it now, but when I stream three, like right now well, I'm technically streaming three different streams right now. There's this overhead video, there's this face-to-face video, and then there's the audio that comes from this mic right here. And in order to add a fourth stream, which would be basically it's a screen capture from my computer of just the rectangle where the chat is happening, and broadcast that right there, that adds a fourth stream. And then I have to up my bit rate, and that seemed a little bit too technical to do in half an hour. So I decided to go put on some eyeliner instead. So maybe next time we'll get that little chat box down there. What do you guys think? Is that worth it for me to figure that out? Because I'm happy to figure it out, but I don't want to compromise the quality of the stream for it. So if bumping up the stream, like the bit rate, it can't work, then I'll just leave it off. But I'd like to do it if I can. Does this paper remind anyone else of gumdrops? That's what Harmony wants to know. I want to know that too. It didn't remind me of gumdrops until you mentioned it, but now I will never see this paper as anything other than gumdrops. I love this paper too. It's one of my favorites in this kit. Yes, it does. Carina agrees. Okay. So, what am I doing here? I don't even know. So first of all, I don't need all these embellishments because I will deal with them later. I have the Project Life kit here too, which has these really fun stickers here. I thought about digging in my stash for some Letterman letter stickers because they have that kind of university feel, but I decided against it. I like the stickers that come in this. I like the letter stickers that come in this kit. So Harmony wants candy now that we've been talking about gumdrops. And Mo says that she understands the part about eyeliner, but the rest, it's lovely the way it is. All right. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do here. I feel like maybe I should grab a sketchbook or something because I'm feeling a little forlorn. I have so much paper here. I have the extra paper and the paper from the main kit, and I have the cardstock. That's a lot of paper. I really don't need that much paper. It's very kind of them to send me all this stuff, though, so I do appreciate it. Okay. What to do. So I have been wanting to use this as a background and haven't been able to yet, but that's really too much green to be honest. But I kind of like how it kind of reflects what's in the picture. Like it goes from green and then the gray and then the blue. Like this almost has a grayish look. Actually, I kind of like that a lot. I'm going to put that idea aside. It's kind of a lot. I don't know. A part of me feels like I'd like kind of like a white, like I like the contrast that you get when you put this kind of a photo on a white background because everything just pops and it has that Clarendon filter on it that makes everything pop out. And I really love that little hit of red in the car. Anyhow, we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed. Oh, Harmony missed the eyeliner comment. You can catch it. Are you the person who's gonna read the watch the rewind? I was just saying that I was trying to figure it out and it's gonna be too complicated, so I just went and put on eyeliner instead. Instead of figuring out the comment thing. All right, so if I use this paper, I don't know, I'm gonna go back and forth between the two of them as I often do. But if I use that one, I'm going to have to be pretty calm in terms of what else I do with this. What's on the back side? Ooh, talk about calm and the opposite of it. Wow. I really love this paper too. I love both of these. I am in such a bright color mood. I can't get enough of bright colors. All right. That one brings in pink and there's no red and we'll see. So I'll keep that here. I'm going to keep this. I know I said, let's go easy if we're going to use that really intense background, but yeah, intense can stand up to intense as well. So there's kind of two ways to do it, right? You can match intensity or you could kind of emphasize one and de-emphasize the other by going with all more kind of like easygoing or neutral patterns. What's an easygoing pattern? Okay, so Carmen is gonna step out for a little while and be the designated driver for somebody, and we'll see you back in a little bit. Okay, so I really like this paper too. I like having you guys here while I do this because I don't normally get to talk as I scrapbook. I usually just get to talk afterwards. So this is kind of nice. So we have 7 now, so some people have joined us. Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are scrapbooking too or having fun in some way. So I scrapbook a lot slower when I'm live streaming because it's kind of distracting. Like I have a hard time. I feel like I'm being boring a lot of the times when I'm live streaming, but oh well. All right. I adore this black and white heart paper as well, so I'm hoping to use that. These are all things I hope to or might use. Well, let's just grab these strips of cameras just because we can. And are there any of these phrases relevant? You are pretty great. Let's do this. You look good. Friday. Sweet things? No, not really. Maybe wicked smart? Not really. Nope. Not really. Okay, so that makes that easy. I don't have to use that paper. You're far from boring. All right. So I'm going to focus on what I'm doing here so I can at least, once I get started, it will be easier for me to chat with you guys. Oh my goodness. Do you guys ever feel like that when you're scrapbooking? Like, oh, where do I start? What do I do? And even having a kit, you know, like I don't have my whole room that I'm having to choose from. It's just this kit, but it's still like, it's a little much. But okay, we can do this. Together we can do this. Oh, I really like that too. I wish I had a whole sheet of this. Oh, that's so pretty. I love my black and white patterned mats, full mats on my page. And see, that's not going to work because these little hearts are too similar in size to these little triangles, and I don't think that that's going to work because of that. See that? Wait, stop it, camera. Oh. Okay, anyhow, see that? I don't think that's going to work, so we won't do that. I know, Mo, the ombre green to blue is awesome, and I love how my photo kind of goes that way too. Most photos would, right? Grass to sky. So I am determined to use that as my, just pulling up my pants, I'm determined to use that as my photo, as my background. You know what? I think I need a sketch. Which edition of the sketchbook is out on my desk? Creative Scrappers, Volume 2. This is Volume 2 that I have here. And I'm just gonna see, following a sketch when you're stuck or not sure what to do or at a crop or having divided attention is a really wonderful. See, I love this. Who did that? Ah, I can't pronounce her last name, but her first name is Miranda. That's beautiful. I like that. Is that something that I could do with this? It is. It is. I think I could. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one. Is it this one? Yeah. This one right here. It is on page 12 of Volume 2 of Creating with Sketches. And I think I'm going to follow the layout. So I'm going to scrap lift the layout instead of the sketch. I don't know. I'll keep them both up. I'm putting them right beside my I'll show you guys what I can see. Effie's here. So this, wait a second, can you see that? This is what I can see. Can you see that? So I have my sketch up here. I have my iPad right there. I have my coffee here, my microphone. I'm all set up. We're all ready to scrap now. Ah, you think the sketch is intimidating? What do you mean intimidating? Is it that it has a lot of parts to it? I don't think I'm going to do the mixed media because I don't do mixed media when I am live streaming. Is just too much. I would like I kind of like lose myself when I'm doing mixed media, and you guys would find that very boring. I'd just be completely ignoring you guys. So yeah, then I just have to decide. See, what I really like about this layout that really caught my eye is how neutral everything is in all of the layers. And I think that that's a key way to take a sketch like this that looks really busy. And I know I'm going to be putting it on. I'm considering this a busy background. It's not really busy, but it's definitely more intense than some backgrounds. So in order to take something this busy and put it on that intense background, I think I need to go pretty subtle the way Miranda did here. So that's what caught my eye about that. That's why I'm copying that. Ah, so it's more the layout. Well, let's see what we can do with the layout. I have this strip, and the sketch calls for a strip right here. I mean, there's a lot of strips, but I'm hoping I can incorporate this pretty thing of cameras. And I'm thinking that this pattern paper might be one of the ones that I use. I love this. I love this. Okay, so this, I think this is going to be my big piece of paper, like this one right here is going to be this, because it gives my photo some space to kind of, you know, breathe and relax and chill out. So I'm going to put that right there. How big am I going to cut it? I think I'm going to tear it. So, and it goes quite a bit over to the side here, doesn't it? So I'm going to tear it right about here. Oh, you gotta love scrap lifting, eh? And maybe to like right there. Does that look good? I'll go with that. There we go. Ooh, I like that. So when I'm arranging this photo with the paper, I don't want it to be right lined up with that edge there or that edge. I want it to be kind of so that these white lines are not showing right beside my photo. That gives me a little bit more contrast between the white of my photo and the background paper. Although by the time I layer everything, you might not even see it, but I like it to be like that. So there's that. It's a good start. And then there is another pattern that kind of goes this way, and I'm thinking that this I want to use this paper, but in a small amount. So let me see what I can do here. Oh, you keep hearing electric interference. Okay, thank you for telling me. My cell phone is right beside the mic, so maybe that's a problem. I'm going to put my cell phone way over here. Can you guys tell me if it stops or if it keeps happening? Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Cat lifting. That's a good one, Harmony. All right, so then we've got this with this pretty words on it. That's kind of nice. Let's see if we can maybe make this one be a smaller... Probably not tearing this straight, but that's okay. Oh, that seems to have fixed it. So far it has stopped. Oh, good. Good to know. I need to keep my phone far away from my mic. Okay. So now there's that. Ooh, that looks kind of pretty. I kind of like that. I might abandon this sketch at this point. I don't know. I don't think I want to do the strip up at the top thing, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I definitely want to use this paper on this, but I don't want it to be right next to that. I don't think I want it to be right next to that anyways. So how would I... Maybe I do. Yeah. All right. How did I have that again? I don't remember how I had it. Hang on. I know that this one was kind of like down like that or something. Wasn't it? I think it was like that. And then I think I wanted this one to be... Oh, I don't remember. No, I don't like it like that. Kind of like it like that, though. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So Mo says that she's scrapping an old photo, a true 4x6, and she hasn't had one of those in a while. So what size have you been scrapbooking lately, Mo? I am not going to outline any of these. How do you like that? Gonna be a rebel. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. I might go back and outline them at the end. Who knows? I'm so weird like that. Sometimes I get it in my head that I'm going to do something and then it just doesn't work. And it becomes apparent that I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it, which is not a good reason to do something. Although sometimes it's an okay reason. I like that. It's very, very plain, but I think I like the contrast between the plain and then this vivid background, and you've got the vivid photo. It kind of like ties itself in. Yeah, I think I like that. So Mo's been scrapping a lot of 4x4, and then because she has a selfie, she winds up with 3.5 by 3.75 or 5.5. And Harmony says that she scrapped a 3x5 last night. No outline. Who are you and what have you done with Tracy? I know, right? But let's just go with it. Let's just see. I feel like there's a lot of contrast in the photo, and I like the idea of this like photo popping out at you from all of this very neutrally soft stuff. That's what I'm going with for now. I might change my mind and end up outlining after all. I can always go back and outline if I have to. If I change my mind, if I feel like it needs a little Tracy on it, then I will outline. I didn't put that down straight. But luckily it's ATG, so I can try it again. I like how this paper is just kind of like rolling up itself. That's kind of nice. All right. Okay, so I really like this actually. My question is, am I going to matte this whole thing in some white? Or maybe what I might do is matte it in something like one of these patterns instead. Because I do have double paper, right? So I might as well take advantage of it. Find some of these other papers. Like I could matte it on this, for example. That might be too much of the same thing because that's the biggest thing that I have here. I kind of like that though. Wait, you guys can't really see that. Can you see it better now? I can see it, but you can't. It might look too matchy-matchy. And this is too long. There we go. That's better. Now this is too long. Uh-oh. If your hairdresser ever does that, you're in trouble. Because she'll just keep taking more off on this side and more off on that side. I like this. I quite like this. I think I'm going to go ahead and remove the manufacturer's strip. You guys, I have to tell you, how many do we have right now? There's 8. So I have something I want to talk to you guys about. You guys helped me with a big problem that I had that you didn't even know that you helped me with. You didn't even know I had the problem either. So I'm going to tell you that in just a second. All right. So because I love this paper so much, I am actually going to cut the center out of it because I don't want to waste that whole inside on just making a little border. Oh my goodness, this is not going well. Okay, there we go. What is wrong with my cutting skills? Look at this. Okay. I'm just trying to rush because I want to tell you guys my story. All right, so let's mat this. So I got a text from Stephanie Hart, my good friend Stephanie Hart, who some of you guys know and follow her mixed media work and scrapbooking. I got a text from her this week that told me that she had picked me up a pair of rose gold scissors when she was out. That girl keeps me styling, I tell ya. I'd be lost without her. Do you know what I just did? I didn't cut this down. That's what I just did. Oh my gosh. I thought I cut down the wrong piece of paper. This is why I can't tell you guys the story and scrapbook at the same time. Because I'm just a little bit easily distracted. I'm terrible at multitasking. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down to 11.5 by 11.5. But, so I just took a 1/2 inch off of this side, so I don't have to cut this side and this side. So, but I'm only going to cut 1/4 off of this and 1/4 off of this because I don't want to have it unbalanced, like the designer made it this way, and I don't want to cut off more blue than green. So that's the way I'm going to do it. So I'll cut off 1/4 inch on this side. I know I'm finicky about some things, and I totally don't care about other things. But this is something that I'm finicky about. Okay. Whoops. All right. So now look what I'm doing here. Oh, it's a total. There we go. Love ATG. Okay, so now I'm going to stand up so that I can figure this out properly. I always stand at this point. You guys might not know it because you can't tell on my process videos. There. That's decent. Okay. There's a little bit more here than up there, but that's fine. When it's in your book and it's among a bunch of other pages, nobody's ever going to notice that that bottom is slightly wider than the top. So, and that's how it looks on the other side. Whew. And that's how it looks on this side. Oh, and that's really pretty. I like that. I like that quite a bit. You know what I'm thinking, right? What I really need is some outlining right here and some outlining here. No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to try to not outline. Because I like the soft, subtle look without the outlining. I still might, you know what? I might sew. I'll use white thread and I'll sew around the edges. That's what I'll do. All right. I know the back of that paper is really pretty. It's the back of the this one. Where is it? It's really pretty. I think I've used it already, and that's why I don't have another one of it. But yeah, it's very pretty. See it? Ooh la la. How about outlining in white? You know what? I hate outlining in white. Here's why. It's like, it's very labor intensive. I can outline in black really quickly, but outlining in white, I have to think about what kind of paper am I using, what kind of marker am I going to use, and then gel pen is probably the best thing to outline in on most kinds of paper, and it takes a while for it to dry, and I almost always smear it, and that's why I rarely outline in white. It's not a design idea. It's not a design reason. It's a lazy Tracy reason. So that's the way it is. But I do sometimes outline in white. And you're right. Outlining in white would be really, really pretty on this. Really pretty on this. Also, silver. Silver would be nice to outline on this. Silver thread would be really nice to sew. I'm going to sew in silver thread. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not looking at you, I'm looking around you because I'm trying to see where on earth did I put my silver thread. I have some gray thread up there, but I think I have silver thread over there. I see it. It's shining in the light. I'll go get it to remind myself. So these are my metallic threads that I got several years ago. I bought 4 spools of the gold, and this is all I have left. And I bought 1 each of the silver and the bronze, and I have plenty of both of those. It's Coats metallic thread. Let me see if I can show you that. Is my camera even going to... You know what? Here, look. There. Coats metallic thread. You can get it at Michael's in the sewing area. Actually, I think I got it at Walmart, but I think I've seen it at Michael's since then. And when you sew, it's a little bit more finicky when you're sewing with a sewing machine with metallic thread. So there is a metallic thread needle that you can get, like a special needle that you can get that results in less problems. The biggest problem that tends to happen when you're sewing in a sewing machine with metallic thread is the thread breaks. And so when you use a metallic thread needle, it's less likely to do that. But I've been using metallic thread for ages. I was in the other scrap room over there. Like, I moved my scrap room here several years ago, and I was scrapbooking with, I bought those threads when I was in the other room. So that was at least 3 years ago. So yeah, these threads last, like, obviously I use a lot more gold than I use silver because these lasted me more than 3 years, and 3 of these lasted me 3 years. Or, well, I don't know if it's been 3 years. It might have been more. So that was a good investment. All right. What am I going to do? All right, so before I go any further, I want to talk to you guys about how you helped me without even knowing it this morning. So last night I was, this week actually, I made this really big decision. So we have, first of all, okay, there's stories within stories here. So we have been doing a lot of spring cleaning in our house lately because I was sick in the actual spring, and so I wasn't able to do any of the things that we usually just kind of clean out a little bit each spring. And so that didn't happen this year. I found that paper. There it is. Distraction. Okay, so So anyhow, part of our cleaning is we're just kind of like pulling stuff out of the basement and putting it into different rooms and that sort of thing. And one of the things that we were thinking is that it would have been so nice if we could have a larger room for our girls to hang out in, because Liv wants to have a back to school party, and we're just thinking, like, we don't have a big deck, we don't have a big rec room, like, where is our daughter really going to have a party? Like, it's not, we don't really have a place for the kids to, you know, congregate except in our living room, which is connected to, we have an open concept house, so if they're in our living room, like, and we're in the kitchen, it's like they're all one room. So anyhow, we were thinking it would be so nice if the kids could have like a large room to hang out in. And the more we were kind of moving things around and thinking about it, the more we started to think that the room, like, we were thinking about putting the room on the other side of this wall. So the room that I used to be in for my scrapbooking room, before I got this big room, we were thinking that that is the room that would be the hangout room. And it sort of is. It's not finished yet, but we put a couch in there and a TV, and right next to it is a bed, what used to be a bedroom that my girls have their crafts. We call it the slime room because that's the main craft that they're doing these days. But it's for all crafts. And so anyways, we were thinking that those two rooms are not the greatest for kids hanging out in because it's just too small. So we were thinking, because we don't want our kids to feel like they can't have their friends over or like they'd rather hang out in someone else's house, what we've done, yeah, I know, squirrel. I thought that too, Harmony. See, squirrel again. So what we were thinking is, well, I volunteered kind of very, very tentatively. I said, well, I have this big giant room for scrapbooking that I really didn't ask for. Like, I love this room and I was ecstatic to be able to move into this room. But it was kind of like, I would have never asked to have like the biggest room in the house be my scrapbooking room. But this used to be Scott's photography room because it's really long. And so he could get way back and take like full length body pictures of kids in their hockey gear and stuff. So when he was moving his stuff, he said, well, why don't you move into there? So I agreed, and boy, I love it here. Like, I love, love, love it here. And I just got this room perfect. Like, I love the layout of this room. It meets my needs so perfectly. Like, I just grabbed my trimmer, my sewing machine is right there. Everything is perfect. But I thought to myself, like, so what if it's not perfect? It's okay. I could go back over there and use both of those rooms. Like, last time I only used one of those rooms, so I thought maybe I could go over there and use both of those rooms as my scrap room. And so this morning we went down, last night actually, we went down with some washi tape and taped off like where my desk would be, where the lights would be, where, like, just on the floor. We moved all the furniture out of there and used washi tape to just kind of like place the furniture. And I brought this chair in there and I would sit at my pretend desk that wasn't there, but there was like a line on the floor below me. And I'd swing around to my imaginary little table that we were going to put here. And I figured it all out, and it seemed like, yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but I think that I could make it work. So we were all ready to make it work. And I went to bed last night, and then this morning, I decided, because one of the things that I like to do for my Patreon site is do some kind of like behind the scenes things. And so I decided to give you guys a sneak peek at my idea of moving this room into that room. So I started by coming in here and showing you guys how messy my room really is when I'm working, and it was all fun. And I showed you guys over there. And then I said that I'm thinking about moving this whole room over here. And then I brought you guys out there and down the hall. And as I walked into that room, I said, this is the room that I think I'm going to turn into my scrap room. And I was going to show you where the tape was and everything. And as I walked into it, I thought, this is a pretty good hangout room. I don't think I need, like, it was only because I was showing it to you guys and I was kind of like looking at it through my camera that I was like, wait a minute, this is actually like a pretty decent hangout room. And there's this cool, like, crafty area where they could do their homework as they get older, you know, and projects and stuff with a big table in it. And I just thought, yes, this room would be a bigger hangout room and probably a better hangout room for them. But if I think about the difference between how much better this hangout room is for them versus how much better this room is for me, I think this room is much better. That difference is bigger for me than it is for them. So what I'm saying is I have more to gain from being in this room than they have to gain from being in this room. Clearly this is the best room. And then I thought, it's going to take us like 3 months to make that room ready for this. Like we had to like install things in the ceiling and do all sorts of things. And so you guys inadvertently, by being with me in that video as I showed the room, helped me decide that I'm actually going to stay put. So I was talking to Mo about it last night, so she knows that I was actually like all on board last night. But this morning when I started making that video for you guys, I was like, wait a minute, I just turned off the video and stopped recording, and I'm like, this is crazy. And it was only seeing it through your guys' eyes that helped me to see that why would I pick all of this stuff up out of this room to make a hangout room for the kids. Like that room is perfectly fine. In fact, I'm still going to show you that video. I'm going to post it because it's a fine room. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. There's nothing wrong with that hangout room at all. So we are still going to do some of the things that we would have done for me. So we're going to put the floor down and we're going to paint it because it has like just drywall on the walls. So we're still going to do some things and it's going to be nicer than it is now. But then I'm pretty sure I'm just going to stay put. So, whew, that was a close one because imagine if I'd done all that work, I think I would have really regretted it. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have, but anyhow. Yes, I'll show you the video. And I just stopped very abruptly. and yeah, I don't even know if I'm actually curious to see how far I went with that video. It's still on my phone, so I'll post it. Oh, my coffee is cold now. Okay. I don't have my coffee warmer on right now because there's all these wires and stuff over there, and I don't want anything to get, like, I don't want any electrocution to happen. All right, so let's pick this back up again. I like this page. I like it quite a lot. Now, where are we going to do the title? That's the next question. I think I'm done with paper for now. See, this sketch had a whole lot of different papers, and I've really simplified it down to 1, 2, 3 papers. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I guess I didn't simplify it that much. I just didn't put this strip down here. Now they have the title here and another strip up there. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I might put the title there. But also I'm thinking I might put the title like right here. I'm not a huge fan of putting titles here unless if this photo went up the way it does in the sketch, then it feels like the title belongs more there. I don't know. I don't mind a title there if I also have some journaling down here as well. It's kind of like a balance thing for me. Yeah, the girls will still have their friends. The girls and their friends will still have privacy in the other room. It's a great room. I'll show it to you guys in the other video, and you'll see. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. It's the perfectionist in me. I kept thinking like, oh, they should have a better room. Like, I remember I used to go to my friend's house when I was in junior high, and they had this huge rec room in their basement. And how much fun it was to hang out down there. But I don't know. It doesn't have to be huge. I think they can still have fun in a cozy room. And it's not tiny either. I don't think it's tiny. Well, you guys can watch the video and let me know what you think. But please don't tell me to trade rooms. You can tell me what you think as long as it's the same as what I want you to think. All right. I'm just kidding. Okay. What are we doing here? I'm looking at embellishments. No, I'm thinking about titles. That's what I'm doing. What could I call this? I haven't even thought about a title yet. Well, I thought about calling it, what did I call it in my Instagram? All right. I think it's my last Instagram. What? Oh my goodness. I hate it when things change. All right, wait. I love when my daughter's photos come up on my Instagram because I'm always like, oh, that's what they were doing when they were at their friend's house. Okay. What did I call it? At my alma mater with my girls. That's not a great title. Oh yeah, I can't put that over there anymore. Harmony thinks we should that I should stay in my room even without seeing the other video. So I'd love to use a little frame on this, but the problem is that it's going to cover up my the name of my university there. I actually really like this frame with this paper. Look at how similar they are. They're similar but not identical. I really love that. And normally I think that might add like a really cool, especially centering it perfectly, which sometimes I would do it off center, but I like the idea of centering it perfectly. From a design perspective, I really like that, but it covers up the word St. Mary's University, so I'm not going to do that. I still might be able to use this somewhere though. I really love how it looks with that. So I'm going to keep that out just because it might be something that could hold some journaling or even like my title. That's a little bit too, no, I don't like that, but we'll see. I'll leave it out. So back to titles. Yes, Carina says I should stay put as well. Okay. I'm going to blame you guys. I'm going to tell Scott and the girls. That's it. My patrons told me I had to stay in this room. Okay, I'm not embellishing yet. I'm getting a title. Title. Okay, so the other thing is that we were here to watch the solar eclipse because my university, where I got my undergraduate degree, they have a big observatory, although we actually didn't go into it. They had people outside with telescopes. I'll show you some pictures, actually. Let me get some pictures. That was a fun day. So we had these boxes. Wait. Okay, I'm going to have to do it this way, aren't I? So we had these boxes, these cereal boxes that we made pinhole. Can you even see that? We made these viewers with, there, you can see it better in that picture, I think. And there's a lot of pictures of them. And then that's the telescope that we were looking in. One of them. And there's just a whole bunch of the same photo. And then there was another big giant telescope. And there's Scott looking through his box. And lots of those. And then there's the girls looking through their box. And then someone from the news. And then this is the bigger telescope that we looked through. It was really fun. There were maybe 100 people, 200 people maybe. There it is. I took a picture of it through the telescope. It didn't come out very good. There. That one is even better. They got better as I went on. And then there it is. I couldn't get a good picture of it in my box. I tried to, but I couldn't. But yeah, so it was pretty cool. There it is with my St. Mary's University sticker on the side of the telescope. And then there's everybody, my family walking down the path. And this building here that is also right here, This is the McNally building, and it's sort of the building that everybody takes a picture of because it's on the front of the university. There's several other buildings all behind that are part of the university. St. Mary's University is a very small university. It takes up about one city block, and there's maybe 6 or 7 different buildings on the block. It's a very, very small university as opposed to Dal, which is about 3 blocks in another direction. It's a huge university. It's the biggest one around here anyways. We have 3 universities in town. We have St. Mary's, which I went to, and then there's Dalhousie. I took some classes at Dal, and I taught a couple classes at Dal. And then there's the Mount St. Vincent University, which is a little bit towards the suburbs of the city. So this university is really known for its business program. Dal is really known for science and engineering, and then the Mount is really known for education and women's studies type of things. Not that education is women's study, but I mean like women's studies as a subject is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, the Mount has a very high proportion of women enrolled. So yeah, that's so I don't know why I'm telling you all about the universities in my city, but what am I saying here? Okay. Okay, totally solar, celestial, getting mooned. Oh my goodness, celestial happenings. You guys have lots of good ideas. It's just that this picture is not, like if I was scrapbooking some of those pictures, those would be great. In fact, those are great. I'm going to take a picture of that so that I can remember that because I probably will scrapbook some of those and I'll use some of those titles as options. But this is more like about the fact that the girls came to my university. And we were talking about maybe they might go to my university. So Scott and I have a bit of a feud going on, a lighthearted feud about which of our universities our girls will go to, because he went to St. FX University, which is a university in, well, I call it the country, but it's not really, it's a town. And St. FX is really, really well known for their rings. So they have a graduation ring that has like a giant X on it. It's a really big, distinct ring. And it's actually the 3rd most recognized ring in the world behind the Pope's ring and the Super Bowl ring. So the X is the next recognizable. That was on Jeopardy. And of course, Nova Scotians went crazy when that was on Jeopardy. So anyhow, he has that ring, and X people are really, really, really enthusiastic about their schools. Like, I went to St. Mary's University. I like St. Mary's University. That's it. But he is like over the top. Whenever you go someplace and you see somebody with an X ring, people with X rings always say, "Oh, you went to X. What year did you graduate?" I would never say to somebody, "Oh, you went to St. Mary's. What year did you graduate?" It's just not something that I don't think most people do, but St. FX people just really, really love their university. So anyhow, we have this little, I guess, feud between us, between which one of us our kids will go. Maybe one will go to his school and one will go to my school. But so the girls were saying, "Oh yeah, this is a nice university." They've never been to St. FX, so I was like, "Yes, I'm winning." Of course, our girls don't have to go to either university or any university. Yes, 2 girls, 2 schools. Each girl goes to one school. You're right. You're right, Harmony. That's probably the way it's going to go. Olivia wants to be an ethologist, which is a branch of psychology that studies animal behavior. So she has never wanted to be anything. She even when she was really little, if you asked her what she wants to be when she grows up, I don't know, nothing. But now she has something that she wants to be. So that's kind of nice. It's going to change a million times before she actually grows up, but that's okay. I could even go something really generic, like love this or something. Good life. Those generic titles are always good for pages like this where you just don't know. I mean, I don't need to have a funny or unique title for every single page. I actually really like the design of this Love This. I'm going to try to, you know what? I'm going to leave it on its little sticky and cut it out. I'm feeling a little hyper, I have to admit. Coffee might not have been a good idea. I'm actually considering brewing myself another cup. As I say that I'm feeling a little hyper. I kind of like that. It's like, you know, love this, love the idea of my girls at my university. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? I like that. I like the contrast that this gives. Alma mater pride with my girls by my side. Oh my God, Harmony, you rock the titles. That is awesome. Saint FX does have a great reputation. Mo, did you go to Saint FX? I know my friend Stephanie, who I've already talked about today, she went to Saint FX. Drink more coffee. More coffee equals more Tracy. You know what? I'm going to go brew myself a Tassimo. Because this one is too cold anyways. And my Tassimo machine is right here. Can you guys see me? My Tassimo machine is right there. Well, that's a problem. My Tassimo machine is right there, but its plug won't reach the outlet. And I don't know how. Wait a minute. Somebody must have stolen the plug. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, I actually had to move my coffee machine onto a box on the floor beside the outlet in order to get my coffee to brew, because there must have been a power bar that everything was plugged into, and somebody stole the power bar and everything is just unplugged except for the fridge. Thank goodness the fridge is still plugged in. So, what did I miss? So no, Mo did not go to Saint FX, but she heard so much about it. Thinking more wine time. Ooh. Yeah, you certainly can't move rooms if your Tassimo machine is right there, says Harmony. Okay then. Whatever you say. I'm staying put. All right, my Tassimo, I can hear it. It's almost finished. And then I'm going to get to embellishing and journaling. This is taking a long time. It's not taking that long. It's been an hour and 10 minutes, and I stopped and told a big long rambling story in between there as well. Oh, Carina likes cold coffee more than warm. Wow, that's interesting. I like the idea of cold coffee. but I don't actually like cold coffee. That's kind of strange. I wish I liked cold coffee. Hang on. This is my cute little creamer that Aunt Fee gave me. Isn't it cute? Can you see it? It says cream. But I take milk in my coffee. All I take is milk, no sugar. And I keep it down here and nobody sees it because it's down here. So I wanted to show it to you guys. It's really cute. It's mint green. It matches my typewriter. See that? Can you see that? Maybe you can't. All right, so Scott is getting off work right around now. My kids are upstairs watching a movie. Sophie had a soccer tournament today, and Liv was at a sleepover, and the sister of the girl who she was sleeping over with was at the same tournament, so they brought her to the tournament. So she hung out there and went to Tim Hortons while I watched the tournament. Scott's been working all day. So Harmony, I need to get that title back. What is it again? Alma Mater Pride with my girls by my side. I gotta write that down. I have this new pen. It's called something. A Lammy fountain pen. I hear somebody walking around. It's possible that Scott is home. Alma Mater Pride with my girls by my side. Alrighty, we like that. Nope. See, I like this, but I like this because it's similar to this, but I don't want it right beside it quite like that. Although this piece of paper is so big, this is always going to be against it no matter where I put it. I'm actually thinking I'd like it sticking out down here. I might do my Alma Mater Pride with my girls by my side right here. Yeah, maybe. We'll see about that. I'll leave it there just to remind me about that. And then I don't know what I'd back it on. Maybe a piece of paper, maybe a piece of vellum. I almost always do vellum. Hang on. I'm missing your guys' comments. Oh, did I miss? Oh. Okay. A Arbo. What's your first name? Are you Anne? Can I get a recap of the big long story? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what? Harmony did you a great service by just summing that one up. Tracy was considering moving out of her scrap room so her girls could have it, but we talked her out of it without even being there. Yes, that's true. Yeah. Okay, welcome, A. Arbo. I think you're Anne, but I could be wrong, so let me know if I'm wrong about that. And just so you know, we have about a 20 to 30 second delay, so I'm seeing your comments 20 to 30 seconds after you write them, and you're hearing me 20 to 30 seconds after I've said what I've said. Yes, you're Anne. I thought you were Anne. So that explains why it takes me a while to get around to you. Plus, I don't always look up and see the comments right away either. So, and you'll be able to see this all on the, if you're interested in going back and watching it, you can see this on the live stream. Will all be saved and posted, and you'll be able to see it on my Patreon page anytime you like. It took me a while to spit that out. So yes, I'm on my second cup of coffee. And Mo, have you poured yourself a cup of wine yet? Notice how I didn't say glass. You should have a cup of wine. I might open a bottle of wine. I don't know if I have any wine. We don't always have alcohol in the house. We sometimes do, but we don't always. I always feel like it's kind of like a grown-up thing to have alcohol in the house, even if you're not like having a party. But we never seem to have alcohol in the house. I don't know why. There's a liquor store right next to our grocery store. We could easily go in there and get like keep ourselves stocked up. We always have like fancy things. Like we have what's that called? Like Bailey's, and we have, I don't know, tequila. I guess it's not necessarily fancy, but we have stuff that we don't drink very often. But like beer, we just buy beer and then we'll drink it and then it's gone and we don't have it anymore. So and the same with wine. We tend to only have wine when we're having people over. Woohoo! She's about to pour herself some wine. Go do it, Mo. Nothing like some peer pressure. Go drink, Mo. Okay. So we're at this stage where I'm totally distracted and not sure how I want to embellish this. Let's start with the large embellishments first, because then we can always work down from there. Wait a minute. Look at what I have to work with. Carmen sent me this. Carmen might have stepped out to be her son's designated driver, but she sent me this awesome card that I put on Instagram. And I put it on Instagram, and then people thought I made the card. Ah, that's not very nice. I should have been more clear that it's Carmen who made this card. It's so cute. It's got this girl, and she's all decked out. I love all the accessories that she has on. It's just so cute. But she sent me these metallic foil doilies. Do not inhale or ingest. Whew. I'm glad they wrote that down, because they're pretty good looking. I don't know. I might have tried to eat them or sniff them in. Anyhow, oh my goodness, I need to stop with the coffee. So Mo is over there in Montreal, or just outside Montreal, with a little cheese and crackers and olives and wine. Mo is scrapping in style over there. So yes, that sounds very lovely. So I want to use these, and I was thinking about sewing in silver thread. So therefore, let's use a silver doily. Nope, definitely not. The reason is that I love the boldness of this, and this takes away from the boldness. So now that I really like. I like that. Can you guys see that from there? I know with this camera I can't really zoom in, but I like that. And this is too blank, but then I'll put something else there, right? So that'll be fine. These are really great as being anchors for something else. So I'm going to keep these out just to remember that I have them. Thank you so much for the card and for the little doilies, Carmen. That's so sweet of you. Sniffing doilies takes it to. So Harmony says, "Geez, I've heard of scrappy supplies described as delicious, but sniffing doilies takes it to a whole other level." Well, you know what? If it didn't say on the back not to inhale, I would have never even thought about it. So those rules, they're made to be broken. So what am I doing here? We've got Love This as our title. We've got, I know what I want to say for my journaling. Alma Mater Pride with my girls by my side. Not sure where I'm putting it yet. I was going to put it there, but then I put that doily there. Wait. I could do it in typing and put strips, and that will solve my empty space on the doily problem. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So, I'll be right back. Whoa! What did I just bump into? My awesome boxes. I'll show you guys those boxes in a second. I know I could just turn around and use my Mint typewriter, but I'm going to be cutting it into strips anyways, and I actually haven't used my charger since I got my... Whew, she's dusty. I haven't used my charger since I got my We Are Memory Keepers, and this is really a better machine, you guys. Like they don't make things the way they used to in whenever this was made, but that's pretty, and it does work, and it works well, like it's reliable and stuff, but this beautiful piece of machinery is just beautiful. I love the color too. Yellow is my favorite color. Am I missing something? No, I'm not. So now I just have to decide what I'm going to type on. I have just plain paper here. I just keep it beside my typewriter just so that I can see, you can tell that I've made some journaling strips already out of this paper. So I'll just, do this because it's easy. It's right here. There we go. Is that up? Yeah. Okay. So what is that phrase again? Alma. Do I have to capitalize matter? How do you spell alma mater? No, Siri doesn't know.
I found this on the web for how do you spell alma mater.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. I don't have to capitalize it. I don't know why I would have to capitalize it. I just didn't know if maybe it might be different in Latin. Alma Mater Pride. And I need to think about how wide this is because it's going to go on this, right? Alma Mater Pride. So there. It doesn't matter if I line it up or not because I'm just cutting them into strips. With my girl... Girls. So when you make a mistake with a typewriter, you can get correction tape that has white lines on it, like a white bottom. But I find that tape is really, really messy. It gets white stuff all over everything, and I hate using it. So what I do if I make a mistake, like I just typed girls, I put Girld, and so I just go backwards S, backwards S, backwards S, until the S is much more dark and the D is just faint and you can't even really see it. Yeah. Okay. So Harmony's distracting me again. No. I'm glad that you're chatting. Please keep talking. Yeah, I was more referring to the necessity of it being on the packaging, just how many folks have sniffed their doilies. I know, right? And how bad are the side effects? So many questions. I know, like what I know, I wonder those things too. Can I just say how stoked I am that something I came up with is going into Tracy's scrapbook? Total fangirl moment. Yeah, I think I used one of your ideas last time, didn't I? I think I did. I'd be lost without you guys. Alma Mater pride with my girls by my side. Exclamation point or no? Tell me in 30 seconds, because I don't get immediate feedback here. I'm going to do an exclamation point. So on an old-fashioned typewriter, the way you do an exclamation point is it's the little mark above the 8. There's like a little raindrop-looking, upside-down raindrop-looking shape. So you press Shift and get that. And then you have to go back, and then you press period. Oops. There we go. So here is what it, oh, you're not going to be able to see that. So here's what it looks like. Alma Mater pride with my girls by my side. I like that a lot. Now I'll put my brother away. There we go. Please keep talking. Yes, please keep talking. Always go for the exclamation point. Things are exciting. Live excited. Type excited. I like the way you think. You're absolutely right, Harmony. It's like a good life philosophy there. Always use the exclamation mark. Okay. Actually, when in doubt, sketch it out was kind of a group effort. Yes, yes. I love the way you say old-fashioned. When I took typing as an elective in college, that was the typewriter we had. Oh my goodness. I know. I feel old every day. We were just talking about that on the soccer field. What was it that we were talking about? It was like just how kids these days, they're so connected. And, you know, like they can be on the soccer field and they're still with their friends. Like, and when we were kids, we had to like go home to call somebody. Yeah, I know that that's not all that strange, but it just seemed really strange today. Like it just was, I don't know, it just hit me how different things are, how much the world has changed. Alma Mater pride with my girls by my side. Here we go. I like this. It's cute, and I like it. It adds interest to this little area down here. Nice layers and casual. It casuals up my silver doily too, that was looking a little fancy relative to everything else that's on there. I like that. Talking about typewriters with a young team member at work this week, they're actually interested in my scrapbooking. She said, "Oh, I think I've seen a photo of one of those ones." And we were tethered to the wall by a phone cord. Well, you know what? I have this video on my channel that gets, it must be linked someplace because it gets thousands and like tens of thousands of views, and I keep getting comments, like even though it's 4 or 5 or 6 years old. Anyhow, it's where I review the Instax mini camera, which I actually gave it to my kids because I literally never use it. I like my Instax printer much more than my Instax camera. But anyhow, a lot of people that like they don't understand film. Like young people are watching this review of the camera and they're like, I don't get it. Like, what's like, how do you get your pictures off of it? I'm like, it's like you take a picture and that's the picture. You don't get your photos off of it. So yeah, it's like people conceptualize technology totally differently than we did. Hey, Carmen! Look what I'm definitely not ingesting or inhaling. Uh-huh. And everybody loves your card. I don't know where I put it. Yes, everybody loves your card, Carmen. You're very talented. Yes, slamming the phone down to hang up on people, that was very satisfying. And you're right, we don't, it's like, it's so anticlimactic. It's like, not that I've ever really hung up on anybody lately, but I was joking when you said you're not ingesting yours either. I was joking as I opened it. I looked at it. It says metallic foil doilies. Do not inhale or ingest. And then I immediately wanted to smell and taste them. All right, so I gotta put things away so that things don't get too crazy here. All right, so this is what I'm doing. I'm using one of Carmen's silver doilies to hold my journaling. This is what I got so far, you guys. I know it gets all overexposed when I put it too close. It's all overexposed anyways, I guess. Anyhow, I can't get it any better. All right, so this is what I'm thinking about doing is let's just get those little journaling strips glued down because I like them looking all askew like that. So I'm using Tombow Mono Aqua, which is one of my favorite adhesives for gluing paper to paper. The Tombow people were very generous to me and set me up with a whole bunch of Tombow stuff. And that was years ago and I still have it all, so obviously Tombow stuff lasts a long time. But yes, this Tombow Aqua is something that I would not have bought myself if it wasn't given to me by the Tombow company, but I'm really glad to have it because there are times when I don't want to use my Tombow Mono Multi, which doesn't have its label on it anymore, but it's almost empty. I have a new one in the wings. But what I really like about Tombow Mono Aqua that's different than this is that it's really great for using if some of it might ooze out because this actually dries, whereas this never really dries. So if you've got some that oozes out, especially on some, it doesn't matter so much on a scrapbook page, but especially on a mini album or something, those little gooey, gluey edges are never going to dry because this is, it's permanent when it's wet and it's temporary if you let it go tacky. So basically any part that oozes out just goes tacky and it never ever dries. It becomes a temporary adhesive forever and ever. And so on mini albums and stuff, when you handle it, that stickiness just like it accumulates dust and any like oils from your fingers. It's messier. So it's nice to have this because it dries to actually dried, which is nice. But this is stronger, especially for holding non-paper things onto paper. So it's great for adding brads and buttons and anything really. What are the things that we use? Like the rubber pieces and those sorts of things. Yeah. Do they adhere the same? Okay, hang on. Have you ever used Xyron as an adhesive? I have my Xyron X, and I also have the next size up little blue machine. I think it's the 1.5. Is that what you mean, or do you mean other Xyron adhesive? Wait, Carina's a trooper. What did Carina do? What time? Oh, right. Oh my goodness. Carina is in Sweden. Yes, you are a trooper. Can you explain when you use Tombow Clear and Tombow Mono? I think I just did. Yep, that's that 20-second delay, but I think I just did. Paper to paper, paper to other things. This one I never use if I think it might ooze out, but it is, I know I said on mini albums especially, but this is actually really good to use on mini albums because it's so strong. It's also really great to use on cards that are anything that's handled more than a scrapbook page. It's really good to use this. But do be careful because any amounts of it that ooze out, like I said, they stay tacky forever. This is really just for paper to paper. I think it has a higher water content in it. And so if you use it for gluing big amounts of paper to paper, it's going to go a little bit wavy. I don't think I mentioned that the first time because it is it's very liquidy. This is liquidy too, but it's a little bit thicker than this. And again, I wouldn't use this on big, huge amounts of paper either. Although I do use it when I'm making little small dioramas, like little tiny houses, like to put wallpaper on the walls or whatever. I will use this side of the Tombow Mono Multi and I'll kind of spread it out and wait until it gets tacky and then put the paper onto the wood. Like if I'm making paper that looks like a wood floor or paper that looks like wallpaper, it's good for that because it's tacky and you can get it spread out so thin that it doesn't get really wobbly. So did what I say made sense? If it didn't, ask me and I'll try to clarify that. Okay. Then Harmony says, I still have my Xyron X for making stickers. That adhesive has stood the test of time. It's a great adhesive. I do like it. I just never remember to use it. So it's 1:35 a.m. for Carina. Oh my goodness. Do they adhere the same? I think the Tombow Mono Multi is stronger than the Aqua. I haven't really used the Aqua very much to really say for sure, but this is really, really strong. I know that it's strong, so whenever I need a strong adhesive, I just always go for this. I really only use this for scrapbooking. The 5-inch. So Anne has the X and the 5-inch and the 7-inch and the 9-inch. Wow, you've got the whole crew. I think I have the 1.5-inch, and then I think the Xyron X is a 1/2 inch or maybe a 1-inch. Aw, Harmony says I look adorable in my cute little shirt and hat. This hat I got in New York City. Okay, my coffee's getting cold again, but I'm definitely caffeinated. Holy moly. So, yeah, I like how that is looking. And now what I need to do is figure out... I think actually that I'm not going to because this is chipboard and it's being layered under some paper, I think I'm actually going to cut it so that it doesn't, like, anyhow, you know what I mean, so that it doesn't make my layout so lumpy. It will be a little bit lumpy, but what was I going to say to Carina? I can't remember. There was something. There was something that I was supposed to say to Carina, and I meant to write it down, and I forgot. So maybe I'll think of it. All right, I have to start adhering things down, or this is the point at which... First of all, I know I don't want anything behind my title, so let's just go ahead and put this down. These epoxy stickers are great. mostly straight. There we go. And then let's loosen my adhesive here. I totally think of songs when I say things, so when I just said losing my adhesive, I just thought about Losing My Religion, the REM song. You know, that's me in the corner. I'm not going to subject you guys to my singing, don't worry. That's not going to happen. I don't want to scare you guys away forever and ever. Okay, so here's what I don't want to do. I don't want this lined up with the photo. Because I just think that that is too predictable and boring. So I'm going to put it off to the side a little bit. That makes it a little bit more dynamic looking. And what I'm looking at as I do that is both the doily. I don't want the doily lined up with that, but I'm also looking at this edge of the frame, and I don't want it exactly lined up with any of the other lines. So I'm thinking I'll want it right around there. So I'll glue that down, and that's just the doily that I glued. And now I can place the chipboard frame more easily. And yeah, so I think what I think I'll do is I'll just find my scissors. There we go. And then oh no, somebody's video stopped. I hope that it hang on. It seems to be, let me just double check. Yeah, we're still live. It's been an hour and 51 minutes. So I will let you guys know right now that if we lose our stream, I need to restart my computer. Well, that's what I usually have to do, is restart my computer. So it will take me a while to get myself back up and running if I do lose the stream. But I will be back. So just be patient and keep on looking, and I'll post it'll be a whole new link with a new stream, and I'll post it on the Patreon site, just like I did for this one. So I've got my frame attached to my doily now, so it's time to pull off this wax paper. This frame has been on this wax paper for a long time because I almost used this frame on another page. So the wax paper is being kind of stubborn, but that's okay. I'll just be patient and pull it all off. Okay. There we go. Gonna stand up again for this. And I'm gonna take a look at what you guys are talking about over there. Alrighty, so now along with the whole idea of using this background paper is that the green goes into the gray, goes into the blue, and I want the green of the grass to be down here in the green part of the background, because it just kind of like helps emphasize that. I don't want it way up here because then I get green, kind of turquoisey color, and then back to green. So I want it down here. Oh, I really like how With My Girls is off to the side. That was an accident, but I like it. All right, there we go. I like that. So what are we talking about? Did anyone else order from Pretty Little Studio from Tracy's link? Ooh, let me know what you ordered if you did. Did you order something, Anne? That's actually not an affiliate link, but I do appreciate you hopping through and making an order. What happens when you guys order from companies that send me things is that, especially if you give them feedback, like, you know, I joined I joined the Hip Kit Club because I saw one of Tracy's videos or whatever the case might be. It kind of like sends them the message that supporting my channel is worthwhile. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. And I think that a lot of people who shopped at Pretty Little Studio right around the time that I posted that video, I think that sends a nice message to Pretty Little Studio that that was worthwhile for them to send me those supplies. And I think they're going to be sending me more when Marie-Pierre Capistran's new collection comes out in the fall. So, so Harmony looked a couple times and made a cart, but never checked out. Okay, that's good. And no pressure, no pressure. I I encourage you guys to use your stash for sure. Randomly busted out song lyrics. And now everybody's singing Losing My Religion. What was it that I was losing? Losing my... I can't remember now. Was it losing my adhesive? Yeah, it was. Losing my adhesive. Okay. Carina took a nap so that she could be with us today. Well, that's really nice. I ordered some great items, but I'm losing patience on their arrival. Very fair shipping cost, but taking over 2 weeks in the US to arrive. Whoa, that is a long time, isn't it? I suspect, because that's a really huge collection, and everything from Pretty Little Studios is made in-house, and I wonder if it might be made to order, some of it, because that's a whole lot of things. They keep all of their collections. Like, I don't think they sell out because they've got their really old collections you can still buy. So maybe it's made to order. I'm not sure though. But yeah, that's a long time to wait for your stuff, especially in the United States. And Harmony also confesses that she thought about the Terminator when I said, I'll be back. What are some of the other affiliate links? So all of my affiliate links are in the information section below each of my videos. So if you watch on Patreon, you're not going to be able to see the information section. But if you click on the little YouTube logo, that'll bring you to YouTube. And in there, there's extensive information. It's the same information in every single video that I post. And it has my affiliate links. I have affiliate links for Freckled Fawn, for Simon Says Stamp, and for scrapbook.com. And I don't do like the affiliate links where I say, these are all of the things that I used in this page, and then it clicks you over to that product, because that would take me a whole lot of time for each video, and it would really slow down and limit the amount of videos that I'd be able to make in a week. And so I've just made the decision to just leave generic affiliate links, and if you'd like to support me, then I love that, and go ahead and do it. And I do get checks. Like it's actually pretty, it kind of shocked me the first time I got a check in the mail. I was like, whoa, I get money. Because, you know, so much of what I do, I get product, but I don't often get, don't often get money. So that was kind of nice. It's a small amount, but it's the kind of thing that helps me cover like adhesive, and even like my little memory cards need to be replaced for my video every once in a while. So it's nice to have a little bit of wiggle room for those sorts of things. So we love REM. It sounds like lots of us do. Yeah, and I don't know what makes sense, but Anne says thanks, so that's good. It's with the delay, it's hard for me to know what we're talking about all the time. Yeah, I know, Harmony. She says, I wanted the flamingos, but my bank account reminds me I don't need all of the things. Yeah, that's true. You don't need all of the things. Good. I'm glad. Thank you, Anne. That's really nice feedback for me to receive. She's saying that I'm very clear in explaining what I use, and it makes it easy for me to find. I try to say what I use, even if it comes in a kit, because I know that some people who follow me don't buy the kits, and so I like to you know, say the name and the brand of the paper, so that if you're looking for that paper, you can go and find it in a store. So thank you for that. I never know what's helpful and what, like sometimes I do things and it's not very helpful, and other times I'm not doing something that would have been really very helpful. So I appreciate that kind of feedback. Thank you. All right. So here we go. We're at the embellishing stage now. I've got my journaling, I've got my title, I've got my layers. I really like this page. I need some water. All right. So I want to ask you guys what you think about some of my ideas for a series this fall. Do you guys want to talk about what might be coming up on my YouTube channel in the coming weeks and months? So I have a couple of ideas. One is an idea that I've had for quite some time, and I haven't had a chance to fully actualize it. And I've actually had quite a few people request this. So it's a series where basically I'm going to be reviewing kits. And I'm hesitating as I say this, and I'm saying this in a smaller audience for a reason, because I'm not 100% convinced that I'm going to do this. I keep kind of flip-flopping on it, so I'm gonna just sit on it for a while before I decide for sure. But basically what I would be doing is kind of like, and then there would be two parts of it. One would be talking about kit clubs and what are the pros and cons and what you get when you belong to a kit club and what are some of the things to think about, like just considerations for joining a kit club. So it would have kind of like an introductory video. And then the series would be kind of like a survey of all of the different kit clubs. So where I would actually get a kit from each of the kit clubs. But then I was thinking, like, not all of the kit clubs really fit with my style of scrapbooking. So I don't feel like I would like to be really thorough and have this be like a really comprehensive guide to all of the kits out there. But I won't be able to scrapbook with all of the different kits because, well, first of all, because I've got these kits coming in every month. But also, I'm not all of the kits are going to really work with my style. And that's the whole idea of a kit club, is that you want, like, part of the message that would be in the first video is that you want to be really careful about, you know, looking at the history of what kits they've put out so that you know that it's the right style for you. And you know, not every kit club is going to be suited to everybody's style. That doesn't mean that it's a bad kit club. It's just not a good match for you. So that's my first idea. And I guess what I would have to do is maybe give away the kits, because I just wouldn't be able to use them all. Like, there's just no way. And I don't want to give up my hip kits club because it really is the right kit club for me. Like, I would be buying these kits if they weren't sending them to me, because I'm really, really happy with this kit club. So a part of me is thinking, I'm happy with this kit club. Do I really want to do that? But it is something that has been requested a lot. And so I'm on the fence about it. It might be coming up. So there's that kind of series where I'd be exploring a bunch of different kit clubs in depth, probably like one a month. And I would show the contents of the kit and talk about the cost of the kit and what the options are, and kind of like a really in-depth video review of each kit club that I can think of. And yeah, so that's the first idea. The second one that I'm a lot more sold on is a process video series. So I already have a start to this series. So I already have a couple of videos in a playlist that is called, I think it's called How to Make Scrapbooking Videos or something like that. So I was thinking about really getting back onto that series and finishing it out, because I get a lot of questions about my setup and my gear and how you do YouTube videos. And I thought I could also talk a little bit about, you know, subscribers and how you monetize and all those sorts of things, and some of the other things that help. Yeah, okay. So some people are thinking that that might be helpful. So that's good for me to know. I'm going to think on that. And Anne is asking if it might be like the Stampin' Up! Reveal I did in April. Yeah, it would be a lot like that. It would be just kind of like going through. Only I think I'd also have to talk a lot about the policies of the kit club, like what's the cancellation policy and what's your minimum, like how much do they cost if you buy it or if you buy the kit, like the membership and those sorts of things. And I'd also have to spend some time like checking out their website and their resources and what they have for members only and that sort of thing. Um, so yeah, the other thing was the the series on making YouTube videos. So that's my second idea. And then the third one is adding to my beginner series. And so I do have a beginner series and I love that series. In that I loved making it. It was really fun. And so I would like to kind of get back to that, but I need some feedback about what I'm missing, like where I need to go next. So those were my ideas, and then certainly going to continue the Doctors Are In series with Irit, going to continue Find Your Mojo over on the Scrapbook and Cards Today website and YouTube channel. Yeah, okay, so that's a good point, Anne. Anne is saying that she liked that Stampin' Up! Video and felt that it was unbiased but showed us how to use the products correctly. I thought that it was important for someone who isn't a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator to do a video on the Stampin' Up! Products, and that's a big part of why I did that video, those series of videos back in the spring, because I felt like Stampin' Up! Kind of like is very all or nothing. Like there's people who kind of vouch, like kind of like they live by Stampin' Up! And that's not all that they do, but it seems like a lot of the YouTube videos that are out there that are about Stampin' Up! Are by demonstrators, and there are some videos out there that aren't. But I really wanted to have more of an unbiased kind of approach. So, okay, we've got some other people who like the beginner series. Wouldn't know how to use stencils if Tracy had not shown me. Okay, so yes, so people like the beginner series. Okay, so any ideas on where I should go next with the beginner series? I don't even know where I left off, so I can't even tell you that. But if you guys have any ideas of what should be covered in a beginner series, I'd love to hear from you guys. And I guess I should get back to actually scrapbooking. So right now I've got this very bluey greeny thing going on with this pop of red right here in the photo. So at this point I need to think about, am I going to introduce more colors here, or am I going to have my embellishments be like my layers of paper here and be pretty neutral and sticking to the bluey greeny kind of theme? I don't know what my answer is to that, but that's what I've got to kind of figure out at this point. Not a fan of these wood veneer of these wood veneers. I was going to call them stickers or what, but they're just wood veneers. I guess they do have sticky on the backs of them. So I'm not going to use those, I don't think. Sewing. Yes, yes, yes. Sewing is on my list. I am going to do a sewing video. Right. So maybe sewing is the next place to go with the beginner series. Learned how to make bows from me. Oh, thank you. Sewing. I like when you show us the how-to on products. So like my focus on scrapbooking series, you mean? Yeah, I think that's a fun one. I like that. I'm not really technique-y. I'm not opposed to doing technique videos, but I'm not really good at those. I don't feel like I'm really good at those anyways. All right, what am I going to do here? This right now. So many of these have the same color scheme, like with the blue and the green. These yellow stars are pretty awesome. I'm going to hang on to those. Oh, and then I've got these clips. Let's have a look at these. And let's not forget these the snack that I have over here on the side of silver doily. I'm not going to use the gold because I'm thinking about sewing all around the edges in silver. So let's see what we have here. It's never too late. And now I'm singing that song. It's never too late to start all over again. That's a Headley song. It doesn't really apply, like the phrase doesn't really apply. It's never too late. To decide to go to university when you're 12? I don't know. It's never too early would be more like it. You can do this. Oh, you can do this. You can go to university. I don't know. I don't really care if they go to university or not, as long as they're happy. Paint me pretty. Find your joy. That one's kind of cute. It's kind of just what I just said, right? So that one might work. Find your joy, whether it's at university or the circus. Do it. Okay, I hope it's not the circus, but, you know. Strong. I like how that layers with the other ones, but strong doesn't really fit. Tips on using a trimmer would be helpful. Measuring with them especially. I've been scrapping since January 22 and I still don't do it right. What do you mean? How to use a sewing machine. Okay, I got that one. How to properly align a border punch. Okay, I can do a border punch. Yep, I can do a border punch video. So I've already have on my list to do a sewing machine video. Border punch. Okay, and what a trimmer video. Okay, so what kind of trimmer problem are you having, Harmony? I have several different trimmers in my stash, so I am well positioned to do a trimmer video because I could show you how you do different things with different trimmers. So if your trimmer looks like this is how you do it. And if you've got this kind, this is how you do it. So there are pros and cons to the different kinds of trimmers, and some of them are really not great for measuring. Oh yeah, math. Ugh. I don't like doing math. That's why I use this a good part of the time, because I hate doing math with my trimmer. Now, do you have a trimmer that's less than 12 by 12? Because then you have to do math in order to cut things certain sizes. And I didn't like that about having a non-12 by 12 trimmer. Okay, so I really like this It's Never Too Late, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I really would like to layer a couple of these kind of like beside each other or around each other. I really like this strong one, how it's kind of like on an angle like that. Find your joy. Strong. I don't know. I could always cover strong with something more relevant too, right? I'm going to leave it like that for now. And so far, I haven't introduced any different colors, so let's keep this pink out just in case, and this one, just in case. Yeah, I refuse to do math when I'm scrapbooking. I'm with you, Harmony. All right, snapshot. That one's cute. I like the wood grain on it. Some stars, some plus signs, a really cute typewriter. Oh, I love that typewriter. Why didn't I see that before? Do you see that? I love that typewriter. And you know, when you go to university, you probably write stuff. It makes it seem like this layout is all about me wanting my kids to go to this university. It was more of a joke than anything else. Like, I seriously do not care where they go or don't go. But anyhow, I don't like that there really, but it does fill the space nice. I struggle with using typewriters because I feel like a typewriter should be on a table. Ugh, I'm bad about that sort of thing. Like, I feel like a typewriter should be down here, not up in the air. I like how it sits on the ledge of the word love, and the L kind of like snuggles it. But do you guys like it when your embellishments snuggle each other? I like that. um On one side of the blade, it only has one, and on the other side, it goes to three. Yes. Okay, Harmony, I know what you're talking about. Yep, you have to do math when you scrapbook. It has a pull-out ruler thingy that flips out that you've never used. Okay, I'll show you how to use it. I will do that. I'm trying to think about where my trimmer is that looks like that, because I could show you right now tonight. Just check in on where I'm at on my video. I've got 44 minutes of time left up there. All right. So let's see what else I've got. I like this little black and white heart. That's cute. It's sticky though. The other things came out with their backing on them. This one didn't. So I need a little bit of paper for that. But I don't know where I'll put that. Who really knows? Maybe there. It's cute there. I'll outline it though. Gotta outline something. And I really like all of these little things right here. I like every single one of them. So I'm going to pop them all out and try to use them all. Although I probably won't use the high one. Or it's so amazing. So I guess I won't use them all. That also has sticky on it. Are my girls looking forward to school? No, 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 no. They are not. Not looking forward to school. I, on the other hand, am very much looking forward to school. They need to go back to school. We're pretty much done with summer right now. And I like this black because it's kind of like offsets. There's chunks of black here and a chunk of black here. And so this gives me like a third little bit of black. This is a little tiny chipboard sticker that says hello. Yeah, so my kids are definitely not looking forward to going back to school, but they need to. They just need to go back to school. It's not terrible, but it's just like, you know, they just get more and more bored and running out of things to do, and they just need to be back into a routine. And I am exhausted. Like, I find that the summer is way busier. This is the first year that it really hit me just how busy the summer is. The school year is much more relaxed because it just feels like we've been on the go, like bringing people places, and the kids have had, like, they had 4 weeks of doing all different things all in a row. And then as soon as that's over, now we have to entertain them, and it's a lot. So I'm looking forward to, like, I find that my time with the kids is higher quality when it's less time. So having them all day every day is kind of like you run out of things to do with them. And at this point in the summer, you know, late August, you're all like hot, and it's, you know, they've already done everything exciting for the summer. So yeah, we're ready for going back to school. Livy's starting junior high, and she's super excited about that, but she's starting in French immersion. And so she's a little bit nervous about that. Livy isn't usually nervous about things, but she is nervous about starting French immersion. It's always hard to know. It's a big decision. It's the biggest decision she's ever had to make. She's 12, and when you decide to do late immersion, you start in grade 7, and you have to do it in grade 7, 8, and 9. Because if you switch to English, I mean, you don't have to, but if you switch to English in between there, you can miss stuff like that. You'll have to catch up. So it's really the biggest decision she's ever had to make. So she's feeling a little nervous about that. At the same time, Sophie is now going to be, for her first year, in school without Olivia in the same school as her. So I think she's kind of excited to not be in her sister's shadow anymore, and she feels really familiar. They've got a great school, so she's doing fine. They go back to school on the 7th. Yes, Mo loves back to school. She gets her agenda at this time of year, so do I, as opposed to January. I always think of September as the new year. It's just the way that I've always thought, and she's an autumn gal. So am I. I love the autumn. We're not taking any more international students for now. We've decided that junior high can be a tricky time for parenting, so we just decided to focus on our own kids for the next couple of years, and then we'll decide if we're going to take any more students. We probably will. Okay, so Harmony said that if she has to choose between a caterpillar, she'd rather her cats have a fun cat tower. Ah, that's sweet. Yo, Carina's daughter has already started school. All right, so here we go. What am I going to do with all these embellishments? I think I'm going to put this right here. Yeah. I don't know. I could put that there. It's nice and neutral. It doesn't really, this adds very little impact, so it doesn't really matter so much. I kind of like that there and that there. I kind of like the idea of just kind of splattering a couple of things instead of, normally you guys know I'll put like something big and then layer something medium and then put some little things on the top layer. I kind of feel like I just want a smattering of things on this one. Harmony said if I'd take her in, she'd go back to school. All right, so what are we doing here? Or maybe we will put some doilies. Some pretty silver doilies. See how that just adds a little bit of interest around where those embellishments are? There's already one there. And then maybe right there? I don't know. That might be overkill. Kind of like it without. No, I like it with. I like it both ways. How does it look on the camera? I can't quite tell. No. Okay, hang on. I only need half of this. So we'll put one right there. We'll put one right here. And then we've got one right here. That's kind of that. I like that. I like that. All right. And then we'll put silver sewing all the way around. And I think I'm going to do like a messy silver sewing, like kind of multiple times around. Oh, right. I also have this big thing of die cuts here. What are these puffy stickers, and can I add any of these? So this is where, if I'm going to add some color, I really like this green, oh yeah, but see, that adds a pop of color. kind of like that. But I'm not ready to commit to it. So let's find a piece of wax paper. I have been wanting to use this puffy sticker for weeks now. So Harmony got Chamel's new pair of scissors. What are they like? I haven't even seen them. I'm so out of the loop. As I mentioned, I've been off of social media. Like, not off of social media, but I haven't been on social media as much as usual. I like that, actually. What do you guys think? Do you guys like that? Oh, I like it. It needed some color. So what are the Chamel's new scissors? What are they? They're dreamy, apparently. I can't get a new pair of scissors, you guys. Don't convince me that I need Chamel's scissors, because Stephanie got me these gold ones. Stephanie got me rose gold ones now. And I'm going to run out of places to even put scissors if I get any more. So these are the shapes on this. Oh, that leaf is cute. I'm going to dig for that leaf. Do you guys do that? Like when you're looking at your embellishments, do you like look at the little thing and then go find the piece that you're looking for? Or do you dig and discover as you go? Because I used to dig and discover as I go, but now I tend to look at the little reference card. A teal glitter handle, and it says "Get crafty" on the blade? Oh, I need Chamel's scissors now. Oh, Chamel, what are you doing to me? I can handle the devil dandruff because it's contained inside the handles. They're very pretty and cut like a dream. I cross them off the reference card once I use them. I do that too, Anne. What scissors do you use for fussy cutting? That's what Anne wants to know. Okay, go with the flow. I like that, but not for this layout necessarily. I'm looking for that little leaf. Did I use it? I haven't crossed it off, so, but I might have used it actually. I think I used it. Why didn't I cross it off? I don't think I crossed anything off of this one. Aw. No leaf for you, Tracy. This leaf, but that's not the one I was looking for. I was looking for this one, and I think I've already used it. So. That's not nearly as good. No, I don't want that one. This one says hey hey, and it's got like the same coloration as the rest of it. No, I don't want to use it. Forget it. Okay. Well, let's cross off that leaf so I don't do that again. So Carina looks at the card. Harmony digs and discovers. Mo digs and discovers. Anne looks at the card. Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about, Harmony. Devil dandruff because it's terrible and should totally not be a thing. Glitter. But the glitter is like inside. It's not like actual glitter. Wait. Is the glitter on this part? Like on the handles? And then it says get crafty here? Tell me that's not so, because I really don't need another pair of scissors. They sound amazing. All right. I like that there. I don't need this. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. I love that typewriter, but do you guys know what it does? It introduces purple. Why? Why is it purple? I do not know. It should not be purple, but it introduces purple, which I don't want purple on this page. I really, really like that typewriter. I love how sketchy it is. I love how sketchy it is. It's awesome, but it's purple. So that means if I use it, I have to introduce purple somewhere else, or I have to not use it. Or I have to say, oh, well, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to always have everything perfectly balanced. But I think it does kind of like stand out. So here's another thing of purple that, I'm really not liking that. I'm not liking it at all. So, all right. Oh, it's so perfect there. I'm resentful of whoever made that purple. So we have this. So the two purple pieces that I could put on here to add purple in two other places are this and this. Wait, are we good? Are we still live? Yeah, I think we're still live. Okay. This and this. Can you see that? I think so. What I like about this is that it's purple and teal, so it kind of pulls in the blues and greens, and then this one is purple purple. I just love that typewriter so much that maybe I'm willing to bring some purple into this layout, even though it's this totally random color to add here. We would add some somewhere over here and some down here. I feel like I really already like this, but to be honest with you, this is already a little bit too black and white. There's no color down here, so adding the purple is, gonna bring some. I can't get behind this this purple idea. I really can't. Is there any purple in the puffy stickers? Nope. Oh, there's one single purple dot. That's not helping me very much. There was a purple speech bubble here. I don't know where that went, because I'm pretty sure I went to use it and then I didn't use it. There's no purple on this. And there's also no purple on these wood veneer that I don't like all that much anyways. So let's go into the Project Life kit and see if there's any purple in there. There might be purple in this. There is some purple here and here. Nope. I'm not a huge fan of these. They are, I don't know, I think it's the coloring on them is too creamy or something. I'm sounding awfully picky, aren't I? I don't like anything today. All right, let's have a look at these stickers and see if we can find some purple that isn't that word that says chill, because I don't like that. Oh, look, there's popsicles, which are totally irrelevant to my page. In Good Company. A purple flower with some gold in it. There's gold in this already in the typewriter. Purple, purple, purple. None on this page. There's some purpley hearts and happy faces. Okay, so we've got some purple to draw from here. And there's a purple label, a couple of purple labels. Okay. And then there's some white letters. All right, so let's see if we're going to bring, see, I'm doing all this just to put this typewriter on here because I love this typewriter. So what are you guys talking about while I fret over purple? So Fussy Cutter EK Success. Yes, I agree. These EK Success Cutter B scissors are awesome. I did not almost put my eye out there. Do you know what size is best? These little Cutter B ones are awesome. Typewriter equals academic reference. I know, right? That's why I'm trying to get it on there. These are teeny weeny, measures 5 inches in length. Yeah, these ones are 5 inches in length. Also, you're probably talking about the same pair, or these Cutter Bee, these are Honey Bee. They're black. You can also get them in silver. The black ones are coated with Teflon so that when you cut through stickers, they don't stick to the, well, they do stick a little, but they don't leave a sticky residue behind on your blades. So Harmony just posted a pic of the scissors on the Facebook Patreon account. So go check that out. Thanks, Carmen, scooting over to Amazon to see what they have for in EK Success. Purple Mist, that's a good idea. Someone's going to send Anne the link. Carmen's going to send Anne the link. I like the purple with the teal, and the purple on the typewriter seems more subdued than the embelly with the arrows. I know that embelly with the arrows is too much. Where did it go? Yeah, that is too much. Okay. And I'm reading these out loud because when people view, for the people who can't be here tonight, there's 10 watching right now, but there's a lot more Patreons than that. So when people read it, if I don't read the comments, like when people go back and watch it, then they're not going to know what I'm talking about. So that's why I'm reading them. That's why I'd like to have the comments in the side. And in the future, I'll try that. Now Carmen is singing Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Purple plus teal equals awesome, says Carmen, and I agree with her. LOL, I posted the pics, and okay, so Harmony is posting stuff for you guys. Now I'm singing Purple Rain, that's Carmen. Harmony says, gasp, I own those Echo Park enamel shapes. Do you like them, Harmony? That's what I want to know. Do you like those enamel shapes? I think it's like they're impossible to outline. And I think it's the creaminess of them that I don't like. Maybe I would like them more on a page than I like them on the card. But tell me what you think about them. Have you used them yet? Are they easy to use? Usually these kinds of shapes right here, like this, like this flamingo, I would, if that were another kind of a sticker, I would outline it. And you can't outline these. So, or maybe you could, but it would be hard. It would be tricky to outline them. Anyhow. Just because I don't like them on the card doesn't mean that they won't look good on a page. I might be underestimating them, right? Where are we? Harmony has them too. So what do you guys think of them? Tell me. Then Harmony says, Tracy, you certainly have purple enamel dots in your stash. I'm sure I do. Yes, you're right. I'll keep that in mind. And Mo has them as well. So you guys all have them. So we love the typewriter. Love Cutter Bee scissors. Are you in Pennsylvania, Anne? That's what Carmen wants to know. Anne found them on Amazon. Thanks so much. Yay, yay, yay. Same ones, Tracy. I do like them, but the color is a bit off and tricky to use. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like this. I think it's the color. That's a very unusual green right there, isn't it? It's like minty, but dark at the same, like mint is usually this color. It's weird. Maybe that's what I don't like about it. Anyhow, we'll see. I'll try to use them and see. Sometimes things aren't so bad once you try to use them, actually. All right, so where was I? I'm looking at purple. I don't have to stick to the kit either, but I got the kit here, and I'd rather not go root through my stash with all you guys here on live stream. So these are transparent stickers that I could add a bit of purple. I like this one. I like this one right here. And there's a couple hearts on this page and a heart and a flower. Okay, so this one looks, so this and this look like they kind of belong together. So maybe I'll take this and put it somewhere. I don't know where. I'm not going to use that one. Mo, you're right. That one is too intense. And this one is more the same color. It's a very unusual thing, and I'm probably not going to be able to pull this off if I do that, right? If I do the purple. So we've got this to stick in someplace. And then we've got this flower with some purple on it to stick in someplace. Oh, there's a little white one on the side as well. Popsicle, that doesn't make any sense. But I've got like a heart and a happy face. Let's grab the heart. I'm not much into happy faces. I know they're very trendy right now with emojis and all that stuff, but I don't know. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to grab this heart right here as well. Okay, so we've got stuff stuck to all my fingers, so it's time to start figuring out where to put the stuff. Alicia's here. Love what you have going here. Thank you, Alicia. She just popped in. She can't stay, but she popped in to say hello from New Jersey. Hello. I'm so glad that you were able to join us. I don't think you were with us last time, so I'm really happy that you made it. And this will be available to watch afterwards as well, so you can check us out then. So I'm thinking I might layer this over that and put this right here. And I kind of wish I could pull this up a little bit and have it go under there as well, but I don't think these epoxy stickers are really great for that. And I don't want to peel it up. So I'm going to put this, I'm just going to put it and we'll see if I hate it. There we go. No, 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 I hate that. Never mind. No, no, no. See what that does? Look, there's this little gap. You probably can't see it. Yes, you can see it. So there's this little gap. That's closer up than I thought it was. Yeah, I don't like the gap. Really, really don't like it. So let's see if we can pull this off. I had a feeling we'd be able to pull that off. Okay. So if I do this, I'm going to have to do it like this so that there's no gap. And I'd rather have it fit, like, rather than being beside that part of the T, I'd rather have it sit in. You know, I like my embellishments to snuggle. So let's make it snuggle in here. A nice little home. There we go. One thing that I like to do when I'm kind of reluctantly adding something just to make something else work is kind of use it as not one of the main focal points, but something that can be like an anchor for something else or something. So I like using this sticker here because I'll just put something else on top of it, and then we've got just a touch of purple there. This is curling up too much, so I'm going to glue it down. There. So we can do something like along those lines, and then we've got purple here. It's snuggled in with the T, and I'm going to cover it up with some stuff, including that wood veneer. Does that make sense? So Alicia says, it's been a long week. Dropped my youngest at college. Ah, you must be so sad and scared. On Thursday and still catching my breath. Need to do a layout done for her dorm room though. Oh, what an exciting thing to be able to scrapbook. How far away did you drop her off? And when will you be seeing her next? She'll be okay. I know. I was talking to someone on the soccer field today who's going to Quebec next week to drop her daughter off for university, and she was so sad and happy and scared and happy and proud and everything at the same time. Oh, so Harmony says, oh dear. So she just burst into song and dance that she has for her cats, and for a split second felt embarrassed because she forgot that we can't see her. You're safe. You can do all the crazy dancing and singing that you want. Okay, so now I have this flower. Oh, look at this. I think that this flower is going to look really great right here. So I forgot to glue this down. So let's glue this one down. I've got too many things stuck to myself, and look at this. My ATG is stuck to my earphones. Okay. So I liked where this was, so I'm going to try to get it snuggled back in there. That seems to be a theme for tonight, is snuggling embellishments. So we'll put that right there. I definitely don't want it to be right, well, I think it is right across from there. I'd rather it not be right across from there, but I guess it goes where it goes. And I feel like this would look kind of nice peeking out from behind, kind of like that. So there, now I've got purple in both of those places. I might put another purple down here. There. What do you think of that? Oh, I like the turquoise showing though on that. I don't want to cover up the turquoise with the black, but I do want a hit of black here, hit of black here, hit of black here, hit of black there. That's a nice triangle. Purple, purple, purple. It's a nice triangle too. We're good. I'm going to forego that because there's no purple on it. There's no purple up there either, but maybe that's where this will come in. That doesn't look purple anymore, but we can put that right there. I really like this little heart too, so I might kind of stick this somewhere interesting. Maybe here. That's nice. And, I'm still not using this sticker. I kind of liked it right there. Doesn't have any purple on it. Does it have to have purple on it? No. But this doesn't work here anymore with that flower there. Or does it? Yeah, maybe it does. All right. Oh, what uni in Quebec? It's Bishops. She's going to Bishops. Okay, so Alicia dropped her daughter off only 30 minutes away. So it's not too far, but she's an anxious kid, so I worry about her. Of course you do. She'll be fine. Harmony, is it an original composition or something we may all know? It's an original, Harmony says. All my cats have a song. Aw. So Alicia likes the touches of purple in this color scheme. Well, I don't think you were here for the part at which I was really not wanting to do this. So there was no purple, except there's purple in the typewriter, and then I felt like that was just kind of throwing everything off, so I had to make a decision about, am I going to use the typewriter and add purple, or am I going to not use the typewriter, because I really like this. But I don't feel like that really works all that great with the other things. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, yeah, I do like it. I like it. I like it. It's fine. It's funny, I don't like it in my head, but when I look, especially when I look up there, I like it. Do I like it over here? like it from all the angles except for this one. All right, so let's put the typewriter in. Because yes, as somebody pointed out, it's an academic reference. There we go. We've got that. We've got that. Let's put this down. I don't know if it's going to stay here, but it's going to be easy to take off of that because it's a vellum sticker or something plasticky, so that'll come up easily if I need it to. Do I like that? It's nice having all these different angles to look at. I think I like this, but you know what I keep on thinking? I keep on thinking if this sticker had purple on it, it would be even better. And so I'm thinking, I know what I can do. I can actually add purple to it. But I need to find the actual puffy stickers. Here they are. And choose one that I can sacrifice. Go get my Copic markers. Okay, I forgot to do my Arnold Schwarzenegger "I'll be back" before I left. Yeah, I like the banner too. I like the banner too, Carina. All right, but let's add some purple to the banner. I'm thinking these little lines are a nice opportunity. I could like color in, like not all of them, but just a line over here and there. So let's see if I have a purple that's going to look similar to that. Look, this, what is that one called? V45? No, it must be V14. V15. Oh my goodness, I'm getting old. Yeah, I think V15 is going to do it. So let's get V15 and check it out. Sometimes things are a lot lighter on plastic than they are on paper because it doesn't sink in as much. I had to think about which side for a second there. So which one am I going to sacrifice? I'm pretty sure I'll never put TGIF on. Yeah, that's like really, really faint. But also very, very similar in color to that. Do I have the next one up? What would the next one up be from V15? The next one is V17. That looks too dark to me, but I'll check it out just in case. V17. Too purpley. I think V17 is too much of a bluey purple. And V16 is perfect. It's a pinky purple like those. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. V16. It's softer than I'd like it to be, but it's okay. All right, so I need to do this from far away so that I can actually see it. It's looking pink to me. There we go. And I'll put some down here too. I'm kind of trying to put a whole lot of pigment, of ink or whatever it's called, on this so that it can look darker than what it looks when it's just one coat. But you have to be careful because if you go over it too much, you get these streaky, weird looking lines. Yeah, I've got some of the streaky, weird looking lines on this one, so let's try to... All right. I think I like that. It's just a touch of purple. I like it a lot. There we go. Question is, am I gonna... I think I will. Color in every other one of this. So whenever I do something risky like this, like which is, you know, coloring on a sticker, and you're not sure how it's going to turn out, I always try to do that before I actually adhere to the page, so that if it turns out horrible and I hate it, then I can just not use it. But I end up really liking this. At some point you just have to stop fussing with it and say, okay, that's good enough. And this is that point. Okay, I'm going to go and put my markers back. I'll be back. All right. What do you guys think? How's that looking? Can you see it? It goes out of focus, doesn't it, sometimes? All right. So I'm going to put this up close so that you guys can see it. I don't want to lose these two little black and white hearts because I love them and want them on this page. But here's how it looks so far. I like the banner with the purple on it. I like it a lot. So there, I went from not being sure if I wanted purple to, I think that the presence of purple is actually something that makes this page have a lot more impact than it would have otherwise had. So I'm really, really pleased about that. That always seems to be the way it goes, right? Like, at least with me, that's the way it goes, is that it's sort of like almost an accident becomes the thing that I love the most about a page. I'm going to put this right there. Those are already glued down. That's good. I like how these layer together. There's purple there. Yeah, I'm really digging this. Okay. All right. So now I don't know how long it's going to take that Copic marker to really dry on a plastic surface, and it might kind of be able to be chipped off or rubbed off easily. I don't know. I don't use Copic markers often enough to be really familiar with the media. But let's see. How do I want this to go? I want it on the grass and not on the actual concrete part of this sign. Like I want a little edge of grass showing between the banner and the concrete. And I'm just going to stand up so that I can decide where I want it exactly. I think I want it right there. Is that crooked or is my picture crooked or what? It doesn't matter, I guess. There you go. I think it's cute. I like it. Yeah, I like it, but it does look crooked, doesn't it? I can't tell if it's crooked or if my picture is taken crooked. Let me pick it up and see. I don't think it's crooked. I think my picture is just a little funny angled there. All right. So let's put these away. I don't think I need these. But I do need the hearts. Okay, so Evie is saying the process seemed very complicated for me. Definitely not my forte on the embellishments. Okay. Love it, adorable. Okay, thank you for the feedback. I'm just out of memory card now. Yeah, I mean, it's everybody's different, right? So this is not my usual way of embellishing, but it seems to be the way that I'm embellishing today. Yeah, the sign is at an angle on the picture. You're right. You're right. So I really like this little heart right here. It's like a little subtle thing that doesn't take away from anything. And then I think I'm going to like this little heart right here. There we go. Like that. Cute, cute, cute. Like all these things. What I've been really wanting to do lately is one of those layouts where instead of having things layered, you have everything kind of like laid out, almost, I forget, I don't know what you call that. I had come up with my own term for that a long time ago because I used to do that every once in a while, but I can't remember what I called it. But it's basically an unlayered, it's like a, what do they call it? In cooking, when you kind of take something apart, like a, oh, what's the word? What's the word? Anyhow, whatever it is, it's, yeah, I want to do one of those pages, and I might do one soon because I like that. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like everything is all laid out beside each other and nothing is overlapping. I haven't done one of those in a while. All right, so I like this page. You know what? It might actually be done. I might add some enamel dots. Maybe some, these add too much impact. See these? They're just too big and bulky and heavy, like they've got a lot of weight to them. So I won't be adding those. But I might add some enamel dots, or I might actually even add these little dots. And the geotag is kind of relevant because we were, you know, at a place. Of course, you're always at a place, but I think I might put the geotag right there. Although maybe I want a different color. Maybe a pink. Yeah. Because there's already turquoise over there. So put that there. That looks nice. And then I'll take the little dot from that and I'll put it, I don't know, that's too crammed in there. Maybe like right there. And then you guys, my secret, I don't know if it's really a secret because it might be obvious if you watch my my videos, but I actually really struggle with placing enamel dots. I never know where to put them. Like never. It's really challenging for me. So what I try to keep in mind as I'm placing my enamel dots is that if I'm overlapping them with something, then I kind of want to do that in more than one place. But if I'm kind of having them spread out, then I want them spread out everywhere. I don't know. It doesn't have to be like that, but I kind of like it that way. I don't know. I guess we're done. I guess it's done. I guess it's done. Deconstructed. Yes, yes, yes. Deconstructed. That's the word. Thank you. Thank you, Harmony. Yeah. So I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Now, let's just see how easy this comes up. Does it come up easily or not? Comes up really easily off of the paper. Okay. Let's give that another try. Because the sign is kind of crooked against the grass, and this photo is not very flexible. Or I mean, this sticker is not very flexible. Yeah, I'm just going to end up putting it right back where it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's, you know what? There we go. See what I did there? I put it back in the same place and then I just picked it up and I scooched it. So it's not really bent, but I don't know if it'll stay like that, but it's not the way that it naturally falls, but I was able to kind of scooch it up a little bit. So that's good. I like that. I like that a lot. I need to grab another memory card. Or do I? I don't know. I'm kind of done. I'm not sure that I need another memory card. I was filming a process video at the same time that I was doing this, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll make a process video for this one. Yes, I know. I tend to, I'm the same as you guys. You're all saying that you tend to want to keep on going and going and going with the enamel dots. I'm the same. And I think that I actually use too few enamel dots because I try to not use too many. And so finding the balance there is tricky. I could go into my stash and find some actual enamel dots, but I think it's nice to use these while they're out because I might not think about them any other time when I'm looking for dots because it's kind of a strange place to look for dots. Usually if I'm looking for dots, I go to my enamel dot stash. So I'm just going to take one quick look at what's left here and see if I need to add anything. I really feel like I don't want to add anything. I like the way it's looking right now. But I'll give one last look around. The only thing that might be nice on this would be some phrase stickers, like some little phrase stickers, although none came in this kit. I'm sure I have some in my stash I could put on. Like these, for example. These are chipboard. And these are by Prima. And they're black. The black ones are kind of standing out. For some reason, I feel like I want to add some black to this. Hey, look, this one says, "This must be the place." That's cool. I like that. So Anne's not an enamel dot user at all, and Carmen can remember seeing me throw sequins haphazard onto a layout and was impressed with that laissez-faire style and have tried to copy it many times. That's when I like my embellishments the most, is when I just kind of like toss it on there. So I like this. This must be the place sticker. I think that is quite fitting and cute given our little, you know, competition between Scott and I to say whose school the girls will go to, if they go to any of them. Then this one's, so I'm kind of thinking if I use that, I want to use some more of the similar kind. So I've got this one says Everyday Moments, and I could put this one kind of like up here. I've been using these phrase stickers almost the same way that I'd use enamel dots, like just kind of sprinkling them around. This one says He Said. That doesn't really work, does it? Then we've got this one down here that says Hello. That's kind of maybe takes the right place. Like maybe Hello can be the third one. Lessons Learned and A Lovely Day. Those are both nice and relevant. There. Oh, wait. Am I still... I don't think I'm still broadcasting. Yes, I am. I closed everything down. Yep. 3 hours and 10 minutes. Whew. All right, so how does that look? I think I like the added black. And you know what that's going to make me want to do? That's going to make me want to do black around the outside edges instead of silver. Definitely. That changes everything for the thread color that I will be choosing. So let's scooch all that stuff over. Not going to use those today. I'm going to put these doilies away. Oh, Alicia's going. Bye, Alicia. Okay, you guys have a great Sunday. So, Alicia, you have a great Sunday too, and we'll see you next time. Sewing. Carmen has a hard time gluing down things that are crooked. Bye, Alicia. Harmony says you can go do her chores if you want. Carina's right. You were going to stitch. That's right. And I'm going to use black thread instead of silver thread. Definitely made me think of Rain Man. Okay. So let's take a picture of this because I want these in that exact place. And I'm going to take them off so that I can sew more easily. I'm learning French, you guys. I'm learning French. I have 2 Learn French apps that I'm using. What are they called? Duolingo and Babbel. And I'm learning French. I mean, I took French in school, but I really only know like the minimal amount of French. I've forgotten more French because what happened was I took Spanish in university, and I basically Spanish canceled out what I knew of French. And now when I try to speak either language, I end up speaking Franglish because I can't, like, I get all the words mixed up. So I need to take French so that I can speak French a little bit more proper. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever be able to speak French, but Olivia is taking French immersion, and so I would like to learn French so that I can be a part of some of the homework that she does and whatnot. Where are we at? Okay, so let's do some stitching. Yay! I love this phase. Because stitching adds so much to your page. I find that what happens is I feel like, oh, that looks really good. And then I stitch and I'm like, wow, that looks great. I love it like that. So let's do some stitching. I like to start my stitching not at a corner because it's easier to line up where you kind of like complete the loop, not on a corner. So that's where I usually start right here in this corner, just down a little bit from the corner. Everybody okay over there? Yep. All right, we've got straight stitch and we're going to go around a couple of times. Lift it up with the needle still in the page, and that will give you a sharper corner. Oh, unless if your tension is off, and then you'll still get a rounded corner like I just did. So you know how I've said that this sewing machine doesn't work so well sometimes? I think I figured it out. When my bobbin is full, the tension doesn't work very well. And then because I couldn't figure it out, it wouldn't work. And then I'd keep on using it and suddenly it would be working. And then I'd keep on using it and suddenly it wouldn't be working. I think it is related to how full the bobbin is. I just put in a fresh bobbin, and before I put in the fresh bobbin, the sewing machine was working fine. And now it's not working so great anymore. Which might be further evidence for my hypothesis that it's the bobbin tension that is not good on this machine. Oh, am I going to be able to make another stitch? Just barely. Yeah, we got rounded corners going on here. That's okay. I did start with a sketch. I'll have to remember that if I do make a process video, which I might not because I've kind of run out of tape and I stopped taping. I have to make another layout tomorrow. I have to do my Find Your Mojo video, which is due Monday. I should have done it before now. I didn't want to do it tonight with you guys because it's I just didn't want to multitask while I'm doing it. So I'm on my second pass around now. And what I'm trying to do is make sure that there's some places at which it's overlapping and some places at which it's not. Oops. how's everybody else doing? Are you scrapping? Are you finishing? Are you drinking wine? So Harmony took German in high school. Not at all useful, but I enjoyed it. And Mo says, let me know if I can ever help with the French. Tracy, it is actually my first language. Also Carmen's first language. Both my boys took French immersion from grade 1 to 10, and no way could I help them with homework. Wait, French was your first language and you couldn't help them in French immersion? So I'm not going to be able to help my girls with their French homework then. Definitely not. Harmony speaks English, sarcasm, and Cantonese fluently. And Mo loves that. If you're learning French to help the girls, I don't want to discourage you, but I'd be surprised if it would help. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But I also kind of just want to send them the message that French is important, and if they see me learning French, maybe, and yeah. Anyhow, we'll see about that. What is French immersion? Tracy mentioned it earlier, and now Carmen, please explain to this clueless American. Want to take a go at it, Mo? It's English students in an all-French classroom. In my experience, a large percentage of students will not be bilingual at the end of it. It is studying French intensively, although English may be your first language. So around here, the way that it works for French immersion is that it's only for English students. So we have a couple of different kinds of school. We have English school, like just regular school, because English is the language in Nova Scotia, like the official language. And then we have French immersion, which is English students from English families, but they go to school and the whole day, like the whole content is French. And then there's French school, which is you have to have at least one parent whose first language is French in order to go to French school. And it is French school. It is everything is French, but it's made for people whose first language is French instead of made for people who are just learning French. And then within French immersion, we have early immersion, which is where you start in grade primary. You go to school in grade primary and you speak French from the moment you get there. And then there's late immersion, which is where in grade 7 you can start French immersion. And it might be different in different provinces as well. But that's the way it is here. So yeah, I do know of some students. I mean, I work with young people, and I do know of some students who do French immersion. And when you do French immersion, you don't always become bilingual. Like the idea is that in theory, they want you to be bilingual by the time you're finished. Like if you were to do French immersion from grade primary to grade 12 or from grade 7 to grade 12, the idea is that you could be bilingual at that point. But usually you need to go to, I think it's St. Anne, Université St. Anne is the one that they go to around here, which is a French university in Nova Scotia. That and I don't even know where it's at, but you go there, and after you've graduated from grade 12 French immersion, and you do some extra training over the summer, and then you write an exam that, it's probably an oral exam, I'm sure, that makes you officially bilingual. And so not everybody who takes French immersion is bilingual. In fact, from my understanding, as Carmen said, most people are not bilingual when they're finished French immersion. And it can be tricky because sometimes what ends up happening is they end up not really learning French in French immersion, and they also end up not learning the subject matter, like the content in French immersion. So that's the thing that you kind of have to be careful of. And so, yeah, that's what you have to be careful of. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so Carmen is talking about some of the challenges and flaws with the French immersion system. Okay, so Anne finished her tag using stencils and added smears of Heidi Swap molding paste to her art journal. That sounds awesome. So Carmen is not a fan of French immersion. A lot of people aren't, I understand. My name is French. Does that count? Ha ha ha. Okay, so it's the same in New Brunswick as it is in Nova Scotia, according to Carmen. And Harmony says, ooh, please explain that too. What is considered primary school? In the States, we have kindergarten, elementary 1 to 6, junior high 7 to 8, and high school. Okay, so the way it works here is that grade primary is the first grade that you go to in like school, and it's before grade 1, but it's in the same school as grade. So elementary school is from grade P primary to grade 6 for the most part. There's some changes depending on your school district, but P to 6 is elementary school, and then junior high is 7, 8, 9 usually, and then high school is usually 10, 11, 12. Some school districts around here have something called middle school, which is 6, 7, 8, 9. And sometimes sometimes there's also in those districts, high school is actually 9, 10, 11, 12. So it really varies. The school districts are kind of changing around here. It used to be when I was a kid, every school was elementary school was P to 6, junior high was 7 to 9, and high school was 10 to 12. But it's different now. Yeah, so I want another heart on this side right here. Another vellum heart from that sticker package that came in the Project Life kit. So let's see if we can find one. Ooh, I like this little one. I'm not going to introduce gold, so I like this little pinkish colored one. Oh, there's also this peachy colored one. I can't actually use the pink because there's already a pink enamel dot there, so I'm going to put that back and get a turquoise one from the other page. There's a turquoise one right here, or mint, or whatever that color is called. There we go. There we go. All right. I like this page, and I think it's done. It's done, done, done. So what I could do some sprinkling, and I think on this one, the reason I'm inclined to not do sprinkling is there are two things that are stopping me from doing it right now on this particular page. The first is that I know that my sprinkling is going to sink into the page and like spread out, and I'm not going to get the fine little circles that I like to get because this paper is very porous. I can just tell by the feel of it, and that's just from experience. Now, if I were to sprinkle some paint or maybe the Liquitex ink, which is this stuff, I wouldn't use purple, but this stuff might sprinkle in a nicer way than mist, but I definitely would not use mist on this pattern paper because it just spreads out and doesn't look as nice. The other thing is that because this paper is a colored background paper, it's going to change the color of whatever I sprinkle on it, and it's just kind of like too unpredictable, and I'm not sure that I want to do that. White might work okay, but I really don't want to do white. Black might also work okay, and I like that idea the more I think about it, so I think I'm going to do black. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to get this exact piece of paper. I think I have another piece of it somewhere. What was on the other side of it? Oh, right. It's that colorful stuff. And I'm actually just going to try it and see how black looks. Here it is right here. Sprinkled on this paper. I'm going to try a couple of different brands. I'm going to try Heidi Swap because I'm pretty sure that this is going to spread out too much. And I'm also going to try Liquitex ink. So let's see. I'm going to try Mr. Huey's, Heidi Swap, and Liquitex ink on this pattern paper and see what we get. Oh, right. My camera hates the white. I'm not going to use my Tri-Art palette because the camera hates it. Black sewing, you guys are talking about the black sewing. Black sewing is my favorite thing ever. I love, love, love it. The other thing that would have looked really cool would be to put like zigzag sewing right along here, along this piece of pattern paper that kind of disappears, that these embellishments cover. I could pull these off and do that sewing now, or I could have had some foresight and planning and done it at the beginning, but I didn't. So I'm going to leave it as it is. But that would also, I think that would look really nice. So, this one doesn't need to be shaken quite as much. So this is Skyscraper by Mr. Huey's. And it's sprinkling actually quite nicely. Quite nicely. Nicer than I thought it would. But it's also spreading out now, just as I suspected it would. Yeah, it's spreading out. So let's try. This over here is Heidi Swap. What are we going to... Oh, look, 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 look. I forgot to put these guys back on. Let's remember that, okay? Remind me, I'm putting them on my phone. So this is Mr. Huey's, this is Heidi Swap, and now let's sprinkle over here with our Liquitex. Oh, reach, reach, reach. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to find a true black. What is the best black mist? I would say this Liquitex ink is one of the best blacks. I also really love Heidi Swap black. It's really intensely black, but it does have a little bit of shimmer to it. And I'll show you the other one that I have that's more of a brownie black. I have this one, the SEI Tumble Dye. And it's more of a brownie black when it goes on paper. So, now I don't like to sprinkle with this nozzle because it's just too big. So usually I have something on hand to put it on. I'll just put it on this piece of paper right here. All right. Of course, black paint would also not spread out as much as the mists do. And my Liquitex ink is also spreading out. And I'm going to give you a close-up so that you can see what I mean by spreading out. I think that Liquitex, the Liquitex ink is probably your richest, deepest, darkest black that I've been able to find anyways. Look at how intensely pigmented that is. I mean, even on the baby wipe, it's like really, really intense. You can also use India ink This is acrylic ink, and India ink is also very intense black. I'm going to wait for that to dry and then I'll show it to you up close. Oh, yeah, Mo uses India ink. Yeah, it is similar to Liquitex. How do you get such great drops? You just gotta flick it. Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta flick it. I'll try to show you in a second. So this is, where did that pen go? I'm going to hold this up here and you're probably going to have a hard time seeing it. But you can see that this is quite a bit more intense black than this. This is the Heidi Swap and this is the Mr. Huey's and this is Liquitex. So the Liquitex all over here is noticeably darker. I'll hold it up and hope that you can see. There you go. And Skyscraper is actually a dark gray. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be black anyways, but it's my closest Mr. Huey's to black that I have. So, and you see how it kind of spreads, meaning like the drops start off as perfect circles, but then they kind of feather out a little bit into the paper. You might be able to see it a little bit better on this camera. Maybe? I don't know. Anyhow, that's because this paper is so porous. It wouldn't do that on a cardstock because cardstock has a bit of a shiny finish on it, especially like American Crafts and anything with like a textured kind of feel to it. So yeah, I mean, I could flick some black ink if I felt really, really strongly about wanting to have perfect circles. Did I say ink? I meant paint. I could sprinkle some black paint, like really liquidy paint. So not like the liquid, not the thick stuff in the tubes, but the stuff in the little bottles. Yeah, so you really just kind of have to keep with it, like somebody says there. I don't know who it was. Yeah, Carmen. Just keep trying. Part of the secret too is just, it's not really a secret, but part of the challenge. Where did I put that piece of white paper again? There it is. Part of the challenge is that on the nozzle, like you might not get any on the nozzle, so you kind of have to like kind of dip it and then flick it really quick. Like, I don't want to get any on my page where I don't want it, but like so watch this. So when I first pull it out, see how there's some right hanging on the edge there? That's the way you need it to be. So you have to like, and then it's going to flick off really easily. But if you wait too long, all those pieces are gone. Like all those little drips are gone. And then like you don't want it like this. That's going to be harder to get some drips out of. So having a full bottle helps, or a half full bottle, and just, you know, be really, really liberal with it. Yeah, you don't want your cats to look like a Dalmatian, and that can happen with black ink for sure. Okay, so let's do a little bit of splattering here. And I can actually use this, oops, stay put nozzle. I can actually use this to hide my, like to cover and mask off my photo. I want like a little bit right, oops, or maybe a lot. Little bit / lot right there. And then since I went heavy-handed there, I'll want to go heavy-handed in a couple of other places too. So let's I like that. And then let's do it over here as well. So that little bit that I got on the sticker there is not going to dry, so let's see what we can do about that. I have a baby wipe in one hand and a paper towel in the other hand. And let's try to sop up some with the paper towel. So the paper towel will wick up a lot of the liquid. And then, and I'm just kind of like moving the paper towel so that I've got a clean section every time I kind of dip it again. There we go. And now I can go in with my baby wipe and clean some of that off. Okay, there we go. All right. So if you end up going heavier handed than you planned, just make it, like, go with it, right? So it doesn't have to be something that you necessarily need to stress out about. So this one has more ink than I thought it would. That's okay. That's fine. So there's this big, really big blob here. I kind of sprinkled a lot close together here, knowing that they'd spread out and form a blob. So this side really doesn't have nearly as much as that side, so I'm going to just do maybe like a little bit more flicking here. There we go. And I like that. And you know what? If you don't like that, you could just like pull that paper off and make that just like less. Like you could make this shorter, for example. Like take your ruler and tear that off. That would be fine. I think I'm going to leave it. It looks nice and messy. I quite like it. I don't know. I could still tear that off. I'll think about it. Meanwhile, I will put this over here until I get a chance to clean it. Look, my fingers. I gotta make sure that I don't get black on anything that's not supposed to have black on it. All right. Okay, so that's looking pretty nice. I like that. I don't know. I'm still thinking about maybe snipping that right off. Wouldn't take too much to snip that off. I guess we're snipping it off. There you go. There. Easy peasy. I liked it. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. It's okay with, it's okay without. Doesn't really matter. So, where did I put these? Where did these go again? I'm glad I took a picture because I almost forgot to use them. There's a sheep. That's not what I need a picture of. There we go. All right, so a lovely day was right here. And lessons learned was right here. There we go. Yeah, I've been out of splattering for a while. I haven't been doing nearly as much ink splattering lately as I used to do. It's just a phase, you know, like anything. If you do something often enough, it starts to feel kind of like too expected or predictable. And so I just needed a bit of a break from splattering, I guess. It's like sometimes I need a break from outlining too, even though I really love it. So I like that. Looks nice and messy, and I think the ink splatter does add a nice unexpected element. Yep. And it's kind of cool that it spreads like that. Like I just kind of decided to go with it. I could have gone and gotten some paint and that would have made those nice perfect little splatters, but this looks nice. I like it like this. Snipping the extra blob off made Harmony feel better, so that's good. That is good. Okay, so people are practicing in their art journal for flicking and just kind of practicing on white cardstock and just getting the feel of it. So those are all good strategies. And you don't have to add ink splatters. It's not for everybody. And as I said lately, I haven't been doing it as much. But it is a nice way, especially when you have a layout like this that has 3 distinct clusters. It's nice to add the splatter in the 3 places just to kind of emphasize your visual triangle that you have going on. I like this page. What do you guys think? I like it. I kind of wish I had filmed more of it because I think it would make a good process video. But anyhow, it made a good live stream, so that's all that matters, right? All right. So Evie loves mixed media. Harmony says she has a waste issue. Doesn't like wasting things. All right, guys. What time is it? It is 10:39. So we have been streaming for a good long time, and this was fun. Did you guys get some pages done? I should check out the Patreon community tab and see what we've got going on over there. Let me refresh it. Okay, so Evie made it over here eventually. Evie, how did you get here? Because you mentioned on the community tab that you were having trouble. You have an Android tablet and couldn't find the YouTube play button, like the little thing on the bottom of the player that has YouTube on it. You do have to hover over it sometimes to see it, so maybe that was your issue. You're here, so I'm guessing, I mean, I see you chatting, so I'm guessing you made it over, but if you have any tips for anybody or for me, let me know so that if people have trouble coming here in the future, I can give them some tips about that. So Mo has almost finished her page, and Carmen's leaving. See you later. See you later, Carmen. And Evie's going to post her card. And Carmen's going to post her cards. She's on a Stampin' Up! Frenzy. Awesome. Harmony didn't scrap, but her cat slept on her space instead. Good night, Carmen. So yeah, I think I'm done. This is it. I like it. I like it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this live stream. Did you guys have any... I'm kind of wondering if Evie's gonna weigh in and let me know what happened with that helped her get onto this chat. And Harmony enjoyed it and was looking forward to it all day. Thank you. Okay, Evie, I had to click on the share link and then clicked on the arrow that popped up and brought me to the page. Okay, so I will keep that in mind for future. I will post that on the Patreon page when I do my link next time. I'll make sure that people know different ways to view it on their devices on YouTube. So very good. So I guess that this is it. I don't have anything else to talk about. I already mentioned everything on my list. You guys convinced me successfully to stay here in my room, which is what I was planning to do anyways. But thank you for giving me permission to do it. So good night and take care. Until next time, we'll do this again in September. So, and I also owe you guys the chipboard tiaras and above a process video. So that'll be coming up very soon, obviously, because we're running out of month. Awesome. 3 hours and 50 minutes. Take care, everybody. Have a great night and great Sunday.